I got Eli to come back in. He was out the whole time I was mowing. Well, he was out earlier. I let him out around noon, and then I went out at 12:30 to mow. It's like 10 after 2 now. He came back in. I promised him some treat snacks. Get him to come in. Whew, man. I am beat. I'll go outside here in a second and show you. Look at it's funny. So I keep these treat snacks, and there's my flask and all my shot glasses. Candy dish, a spoon rest. That was my mama and grandma's, that spoon rest. It's an apple. Hey, Mew. I was just got done mowing. And now I came in to give Eli some treat snacks. So he'd come back in. All right, buddy. There you go. There's your treat snacks. Chow down. I'm going to go out and show the people the yard. You can't go out. You've been out since noon, buddy. You don't need back out. Whew. It's 70 degrees, but there's a breeze. And it's still freaking... every night he tears this rug up playing. It's still freaking hot. Yeah, I think he's content to stay in. He's tired too. All right. I go out. Show you the yard. Look, I didn't kill my, what is it? Impatient. Haven't killed it yet. Whew, man. And I started at 12:30. I still need to pull weeds up. I don't have a weed eater, so I just pull them. Started at 12:30. I just got done. It's like 10 after 2 or something like that. Oh my goodness. Looks good though. I hadn't mowed it in a week because it was no rain. We haven't had any rain, and I didn't want it to all be brown patches. So I got a week off of mowing. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. There's some more yellow irises, are they? And purple came up. I think that's what they are. Anyways, I got the yard mowed today. I'm so happy. Happy, joy. And all the robins are coming in the yard and getting the bugs. I can't go down too far. The live will quit. Oh my goodness. That looks so much better now. I love it when it looks good like that. Shoot, I can't see who that is. My glasses are inside. I'm good, Mew. How are you? Good afternoon. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, I can't see it. I'll go back in and get my... Caroline in. Good afternoon, Caroline. Happy Friday, TGIF. So yeah, it looks so much better around there. Ooh. We had an air quality alert till 5 something tonight, but I wasn't gonna wait till then. I don't suffer from any. I don't smoke anything, so my lungs were pretty good. I didn't think it would hurt me, but I get choked up from where it's dry, and I go over the drier patches, and see, there's some dry patches, and it comes up out of the lawnmower, and I try to keep my mouth closed. I really do. I'll be singing and shit. Breathe through my nose. Anywho, oh man, I missed a patch. Darn it, I hate it when I do that. Look, I missed right there. Crap. I try not to do that. The lawnmower's cooling off before I put it away in the shed. I take a break. I mow all the way down to this spot before I go down the other hill. And then you can tell where I go across, and down the hill I go up and down. And then I sit on the porch to take a break, and Eli comes out and sits with me because he's just not in the yard when the mower's happening. He doesn't like loud noises. He hides when I run the sweeper. So he comes out and hangs with me when I take a rest in between. So I got that done. Mowed back here. Still, like I said, I still need to pull the weeds. Mowed back here between the lilac bushes. There's a white one and a purple one. And the shed, I gotta clean it out. It's a freaking mess. And all that's junk. None of it any good. except my tools, of course. So yeah, I mowed back up in here. And of course the dust flies. So I gotta pull weeds. Because the water guy needs to be able to. It's electronic though. I think you can still read it. They don't even get out of their trucks anymore. Yeah, I still haven't got the siding washed down. You know what? I can just do this without the power washer because I can pretty much reach. And then the places I can't reach because I can't seem to get anybody to bring me the power washer. Yes, I got all that done. Ooh, I'm supposed to blow grass into the road. It's not good for motorcycles. And there's a guy down below me up the alley that rides one. I'll have to get the broom and sweep that. I know better than that. Both my sons ride. Jeez. It's always a chore, but I'm so glad to get it done. As long as I'm able to do it for myself, I will do it. I'm not going to pay somebody to mow it while I still can. Ugh, sit down. Yeah, there's a slight breeze. You can see the flag flying. So I've been listening to the news. I usually don't, but Biden got indicted in Florida, somewhere else, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any of it today. It was just yesterday. Actually, Buttercup Baby told me about it. Let me go get my cheaters, darn it. Let me go in here and get my cheetahs. It's nice and cool in here, too. It ain't no 70 degrees in here. It's probably... Oh, I better take my lawnmower shoes off before I walk across that rug, though. Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, 65 in here. I don't have... The thermostat in here is so old, it doesn't tell the temperature. It just tells you the temperature that your furnace is set on. Okay, I got my cheaters and I can read the chat. Have you experienced the orange smoggy sky? Yes. Vicki and I, she had her bone marrow biopsy done yesterday. We come out of the hospital and she says, looks like it's going to rain. I'm like, no, I think that's smoke from the fires in Canada. And sure enough, wasn't too long after that, we got an alert on our phones. Said she read it because I was driving. Air quality alert for Belmont County for the fires in Canada. So, yeah, it's till 5. It was from yesterday until 5. So, yeah, to answer your questions, yes. That was a long answer. But, yeah. Hi, Nito. How are you today? It's Friday. I got the grass cut because I didn't have to run. I didn't have to go anywhere. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow night, finally. We got just a little tiny, I mean, it sprinkled, wasn't even enough to cover the windshield coming back yesterday. And it quit. So we need rain because it's been over a week. We had our monsoons and we didn't think it was ever going to quit raining. We had some flooding in some areas. And now we're having a dry spell. Oh, I can't sit down on a chair because I'm all sweaty. I'll sit on the coffee table. Oh, geez Louise. That's good exercise, man. I swear I've lost weight since I've been mowing and walking. It's raining here since last night. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good, isn't it? Won't the rain help clear the smoke? I don't know. I'm not a weather person, but I think it would be helpful. Whew. I'm going to have to get some water. I drank one bottle when I was out there mowing. Need to get another. Need to get a glass. So what are you guys doing? What's everybody doing? Talk to me. What are you doing? What's going on? What's happening? Give me some water. Oh, that's a purple amethyst geode. It's half of one. It was cut in half. My daughter has the other half. She gave that to me for Mother's Day and my birthday one year. Nina. She sells crystals for a living. Has for like 30 years. Oh. Bam. Need to do that. I got some spring water. Bottled water costs too much. I figure this will last me for a while. There's a spring. I put it on my channel in Cadiz, Ohio. You can go to and take your jugs and fill them up. Now there's a sign on it. It says, I think 2 jugs per person, but that's cool that the people who own it allow you to do that. It's the best water. Spring water. So I need to save up a couple jugs and go do that next time I'm over that way. Here's what I refer to as the ivory tower. When people ask me where Eli is, and I say he's presently sitting on his ivory tower because it's ivory colored and it's a tower. So that's his ivory tower, huh, Eli? He's wanting back out. I'm not going to let him back out because I want to get cleaned up and go. I've been doing scratch-offs. I won $5 on my first scratch-off, so I got more tickets instead of the money, and then I won $8 more, so I'm going to go get 8 more. So hopefully they're not all bonkers, and I lost, what, $14? No, $13. Yeah, $13. That's good water. Look at my glass, guys. Sons of Anarchy. Sister Vicky got me that. Because she knows I loved Sons of Anarchy. Whew. Yeah, that's a purple amethyst geode. Cut in half. Isn't it pretty? It's heavy, man. It's probably like, I don't know. I've never weighed it. It's probably like 40, 50 pounds. I can barely lift it. I can, but I wouldn't want to carry it too far. I could use it as a weapon, actually, if I had to. That's terrible, but yeah, it's freaking heavy. And when I move it, every time I moved a lot since I've had it. I wrap it in a big, thick towel, and I put it on the floor in the car with me. I don't let it go in the U-Haul. Every time. Well, one time, I'll take it back. One time I put it on the floor of the U-Haul because my car was full. I think it was coming from Circleville to here. My little Volkswagen was full. So I had to put it on the floor in the U-Haul. Andy drove the U-Haul. Or no, Charlie drove it. Andy was riding with him. Oh, man. She gave me this, not moonstone. I have a moonstone necklace. I can't think of the name of it, but it sparkles really crazy in the sun. Goldstone. It just goes crazy in the sun, man. It sparkles so much. Look, there's me when I was little. The one with the Cheshire Cat smile. Sister's the tallest one, then brother Les, and then me, and then Marty on the left, Marcy on the right. The twins, Marcy and Marty were twins. Marty passed away when he was 17. That's Marty there with the long hair. He's the one that looked most like the Indian. Had the most Indian in him. He had the black hair. He had white hairs when he was 17, and his black hair. Had the brown eyes, dark skin, complexion. Got even darker in the summer. There's my feather I found at the park. Remember that, guys? It's my feather. And my abalone shell. Jessica sells those too in her booth. Yeah, there's my mommy and daddy when they got married. Joanne and Charles. Yep. There's my kids. You guys have seen some of those. There's Peyton, graduated 8th grade. There's Edith and Ida that went up in the airplane. They play soccer. That's my granddaughter, Lydia. She was 11? Yeah, she was 11 when she passed away. She had SMA, spinal muscular atrophy, and she had the type where she wasn't supposed to live past the age of 2, but we had her till she was 11. And she loved Halloween. Her mommy loved Halloween, so she made all her Halloween costumes. She was a peacock that year. Lydia. And then Landon, Riley, you see them a lot. There's little Nori. Her name's Eleanor, but they call her Nori. That's my great-granddaughter in the purple and the red and black. Little Nori. And they have another one, Cohen. He's 1, Nori's 2. And that's their mommy, Ariana. She's Angie's daughter from her first marriage. And then Leonidas, Ariana, Slade, Elena. They're twins. Slade and Elena are twins. And then little Nori. And I don't have any pictures of Cohen yet. Maybe I'll get a Christmas one. I didn't know we were laughing. Maybe I'll get a Christmas one of Cohen this year. Conan. Is it Conan or Cohen? Cohen. I think it's Cohen, not Conan. Not Conan the Barbarian. It's Cohen. There's my daddy. That's the last picture ever taken of him. Out on his farm, on his property, on his back porch, overlooking all his acres. He was a beef cattle farmer. My grandpa was a dairy farmer. He sold milk to the bulk truck. And then here's my daddy. That's my brother, Marty, with the long hair. I don't know how good you can see that. The long black hair. And then my brother Les, my dad. And then that was one of Marcy's boyfriends, Randy, in the background. This is an Indian wedding base. So it has 2 like that. And that's my little ceramic Indian. Angie got me. Daughter-in-law Angie got me. Charlie's wife. She got me that for Christmas one year, a long time ago. And then that's some of my granddaughter Elena's artwork. She made that for me for Christmas. And my best friend Jessie got me those sugar skulls because I like sugar skulls. I like Day of the Dead. I like everything New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans. I want to go back. And then my son Jed made me that vase in pottery class in high school. And then that was Mom's pottery, the blue. She liked blue glass. Those were her candlesticks. I won this thing in a drawing. Supposed to put a candle in it. It's crystal. It's real crystal. Whew. And a friend of mine made that for me. When Mom passed away, her daughter makes them. Well, she didn't make it for me, but her daughter made it for me, and then she got it from her daughter. Oh, my mommy. And there's Brandon and Sarah, the ones I visited in Chicago. That's Peyton's mom and dad. Peyton's a rapper. I think I posted his videos on my community tab. If you guys want to check out his channel, share it, please. I'd appreciate it. That's when they were little. Elena, Ariana, Angie, Charlie, little Leonidas, and then Slade, and then Landon's cheesing. Landon's cheesing. And then Jessica and Andy, Edith and Ida. When they got married outdoors in the park in Circleville. Those are the babies that went in the, well, they're not babies anymore, that went in the airplane. Now they're 8 and 9. Or no, wait a minute. Yeah, 8 and 9, because Riley just turned 10. And then there was Jed and Kim's wedding he had to convert to Catholicism. She's Catholic. They got married in a Catholic church. Oh, there's a glare on there. But that's me, my mommy, ex-husband David behind me, the kid's dad. Kim, little Riley when she was a little baby, and then Landon, Jed, of course, and then Brandon. See, Charlie's next to Brandon, and then Jessica, and then, is that Jared? Who is that? Jessica. Yeah, that's got to be Jared. You can barely see him. Jared is David's son before David's son from his second marriage, Jared. He plays guitar really well. He's got real long hair. He's probably about, I don't know. Shoot, Jared's, let's see, he was born before Jed. Jared's probably 30 by now. 30-something. I forgot to show you guys this. I showed you my older sister, Vicky. She got me the Pretty Impatience for my birthday. Younger sister, Marcy, got me and Vicky both one of those, and then she has one for herself. Isn't that adorable? It says, big sis, middle sis, little sis. I just thought that was so precious. That's where we were in Arizona at the Grand Canyon. It was a Indian reservation. So when we went to Vegas, me, Marcy, and Vicky. Vicky's friend, Clay, sometimes stays with her. He made those for us for Christmas last year. And then that's us three. Us three sisters, that's the only ones left. We're orphans. Everybody's gone but us. And then Vicky got me that one year for my birthday. Best sister, best friend. Then there's caricatures of a wingman that does all me and Vicky's tattoos. He's in the Dennis is his real name. He works at Breaking Skin Tattoo, and he's in the Grim Reapers too. And there's a caricature of Charlie, the other dentist that owns Breaking Skin. His wife does them. She's a really good artist. She sells her art at the shop, and then she sells it at the tattoo convention. But that looks just like Charlie and Dennis. Toothpick and Wingman. And he's called Wingman not because he's a wingman, but because he makes wings. He makes barbecued wings, and he's really good at it. And that's why they call him the Wingman. He makes them down there at the clubhouse. They're mighty tasty. Oh, water tastes so good. I love spring water. So let me pay attention to the chat now. I'm done showing you guys. Oh, thanks, Nino. Bye, Caroline. And you have a good day too, hon. Thanks for stopping by. I thought so too, Nino. I started crying when she gave it to me. Your grandson, Cameron, is 10. Nice. Same age as Riley. Double digits. Your grandmother collected blue glass. Nice. Mom used to have milk glass too, but I don't know whatever happened to that. Like the hobnail milk glass. Oh, heck yeah, Nino. Yeah. Yep. But my brother, and Marcy was somewhat, but Marty, oh my gosh, yeah. Long black hair, really dark. Couldn't grow facial hair, none, nowhere. Could not grow facial hair to save his life. Oh, thanks, Nino. That was a long time ago. I was, let's see, he was 17, I was 19. I was just out of high school. First experience with death. Oh, Caroline Ann got a bike. Awesome. I want to get a bike. Oh, Caroline Ann, me and, she's probably gone. Shoot. Maybe she'll rewatch. Me and Jessica and Andy and the girls went to Martha's Vineyard. I loved it. It's so cool. We rode the ferry. It's on my channel, but it's probably way, way back. Nina, I love the fact that you ride your bike. Oh, thanks, Caroline. And yeah, that plane ride was fun. I thought Ida was going to get sick for sure, so I stopped the video. And then I wanted to spend time with them too, their first flight and all. But she didn't get sick. But she said she'd been there, done that. She don't want to do it again. Once was enough for her, she said. But Edith, the younger one, wants to go up again. Yeah, it surely does, Nina. It really does. Hi, Buttercup baby. Oh, that's okay. I would probably be napping, getting close to it, but I mowed the grass. Look at him. He's sitting in my chair. Little turd. What are you doing in Mommy's chair? You're usually sitting on Mommy's lap in the chair. Oh, I didn't mean for you to get down. Oh, he saw something. I thought he was getting down because I said something about him sitting there. Oh, there's a fly in the window. Man, he's fast to catch them flies. Never have to worry about flies in here. He'll catch them. You limp when you walk a distance, but I can ride hours. I'm not weight bearing. If you're not weight bearing, it doesn't hurt. Oh, okay. That's good, Nino. Yeah, Eli, he loves to catch bugs. He was eating those stink bugs. I don't know how he did that because they stink if you squish them, so you know if he's eating them, they had to squish that stinky stuff. Ugh. That's a friend of mine, Char. She has cats, and she said her cats were eating them too. Yeah, you know, guys, I never used to nap. Now, yeah, see, it's almost 3. I never used to take naps, but now that I'm in my 60s, I nap now. Around 3 o'clock. Me and Eli both. Yeah, it recharges your batteries, makes you feel better. Yep. So I'm debating, guys, whether I want to. I was supposed to ride up to Circleville and ride with Jessica to the Yellow Springs. But she decided to take Andy, and then she didn't tell me until airplane day last Saturday. She decided to take Andy, which I understand. I get it, because Andy's quicker and it's busy. It's a real busy festival. It's only 1-day festival, and there's a bunch of people there, and it's super busy. I get that, but I don't know, it kind of saddened me and upset me because she didn't even say, well, you can drive up Friday night, stay with us and go with us, you know, and then come back Saturday night and stay. She didn't even offer that. And well, then I saw on her Facebook post today, she doesn't have the girls. The girls are going to Nelsonville to the music festival there with their dear friends, Levi. I get them mixed up. Even though one's a cat, one's a human. Levi, their young friend, his dad's full-blooded Native American. And I can't even think of his name. But him and his wife, Elise, and their son, Levi, and then Elise's sister, too. They're vending, they have a booth, and they're vending the things they sell at Nelsonville, Ohio. And they have a music festival there. So the girls wanted to go with Levi, and the parents and the sister said, well, it's fine. So they're going to be there for the weekend with them. And then Jessica and Andy are going to be at Yellow Springs by themselves. So I get that too, you know. She's got a break from the girls while she wants her mom hanging around, you know. But it's like 2.5 hours away, farther than from here to Circleville. I'd be going by myself because all the girls that I know already went up there, had a girls' trip, and stayed in this fancy Airbnb, an old museum. It turned into an Airbnb. It was so cool. Anyways, they already went, so I doubt, I haven't asked, but I doubt any of them will want to go back. Who knows? Maybe I should just put it on Facebook. Maybe they'll want to ride up with me. I mean, they don't have to drive. They can be my co-pilot. And then they can see all the booths, do some shopping. So I don't know. I just don't want to do it by myself. I'm not afraid to go anywhere by myself. I always have. But I don't know, the older I get. Plus, somewhere I don't know, I'm not familiar, it'd be nice to have somebody say, well, the gypsies saying turn left, You got to turn left right here at this exit. You know what I mean? Instead of by yourself listening to the turn by turn. You ride for half hour, 20 minutes, works like a charm. That's how I survived 12. Oh, slept through lunch, feel great. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? That Eli likes that stink bug spray, I guess. That's weird. I don't know, maybe my daughter-in-law Angie would want to go back. Even though she just saw Angie and, oh geez, even though she just saw Jessica and Andy Saturday, because we had the twins' birthday, they turned 18, Slade and Elena, and then we had combination Slade graduation. He graduated from high school. Elena, they kept her back. Socially, she wasn't adjusting good. Well, they kept her back anyway. She'll graduate next year. Anywho, I don't know. I've seen lots of people do it. They just throw something out there on Facebook, like the day before, and people say, yeah, sure, I'll go with you. I wish I had somebody to do things with me. Jesse's working, then he has a date tonight. He met this new guy on Tinder, so I hope that goes well for him. He always finds fault. He's like Seinfeld. I don't know if you guys ever watched Seinfeld. Jerry always found fault in all the women he went out with. One had man hands. She has man hands. Anyway, Jesse's like that. He always finds fault in all of them. I said, give him a chance, dude. You're going to be alone the rest of your life. Just you and Finn. You and your cat. Anyways, he can't go. Andrew, I never even asked Andrew, but Andrew's always doing stuff with his partner. So, Ray. Andrew and Ray, they bought a house together. They're always doing something, so I just gave up on asking Andrew to do anything. And Ray, he's not a very social person. I don't know. I'll sleep on it. I would love to go and show you guys the town. Like I said, it's like Sebastopol. It's a hippie town. Be lots of cool things to see. Lots of cool boobs, vending. I am definitely going to Comfest. That one I'll go up there and stay with Jessica and then go with her and help her. And then Andy brings the girls later because we have to go really early. That's how we've done it every year. Except last year, I don't know where I was, what I was doing. Last year I didn't go. Her dad went. Because her dad lives up there now. She got her dad an apartment in Circleville. So he went with her last year. I know I had to have been doing something or else I would have went. I don't know if Kim would want to go. Well, all I can do is ask, right? I just don't like asking people anything. I need to get over that. I think I'd be over it by now. I'm 67 years old. Afraid to ask people anything. And like I said, they would be riding. They'd be a co-pilot. They wouldn't even have to drive. And it's just a one-day fare up and back. It's 9 to 5. Yeah, it's not a very long festival. But it's one of her more profitable ones. Because it's catered to hippies, and she sells a lot of stuff for hippies. So, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, stink bugs, yeah, I don't know how to describe them. They don't really look like any bugs. There is a bug that looks just like a lightning bug, but it doesn't light up. But I can't really describe stink bugs. I could probably find one laying around here if I got up and looked. Maybe not. I just vacuumed yesterday. Right, Nino? I hate that. Yeah, I used to have my friend Billy, best friend Billy. He was my ride or die, and he didn't have his driver's license. He drank a lot. But he never got violent when he drank. He was always a happy drunk. He got annoying, but he never got, violent. Like, Billy, go away. People would say, go away, Billy. Anyways, he would say, I'll buy you fly. And so I'd drive, and we used to go to music festivals, and we used to go everywhere together. And then Andrew and me and Jesse traveled to Washington, D.C. twice. We traveled to New Orleans. And we go places together, and then, well, up until Andrew met Ray, and then all that stopped, which is a shame. Jesse and Andrew aren't even friends anymore, and they were friends for, oh my gosh. Let's see. Ariana was 5. Well, she was 2 when Jesse met her. She was 5 when I met her, when Angie and Charlie started dating. And that's how long Jesse and Andrew hung around together, so. Oh my gosh, probably 30 years or more. No, they're 40-something. They couldn't have been 10 because they was in high school. Well, anyways, you get my drift. They've been long time friends, and then Andrew met Ray, and Ray didn't want Andrew to hang with his friends, so Andrew gave up his friends for Ray. Bottom line, it is what it is. As long as he's happy. I went over and saw their new house one time, and then haven't been back over. Ray stayed in the bedroom the whole time. Oh well. Like I said, it is what it is. Is it, Buttercup Baby? Circleville, Ohio? Yeah, it's 2 hours for me, too. 2 hours. Yellow Springs is, I think, 2.5 hours. Up near Dayton, Ohio. Who are you guys talking about? You found when you, I can't scroll back that far. You found when you were looking at Slab City? I don't think I can scroll back that far. No, I can't scroll back that far. Who'd you find? Nina, who'd you find when you were looking at Slab City? Who popped up? Yes, Nina, I've been to the falls, Niagara Falls. We stayed on the New York side. I went up in that real tall building. I have pictures to prove it. I wasn't a YouTuber back then. It was even before YouTube existed. I have pictures of, I need to get my photo albums out. I have pictures of all the places I've been to, but a lot of them I don't have video. Rosie, okay, you found Rosie when you were looking for Slab City. You guys probably heard this story. Maybe some of you haven't. I was wanting to hear Elvis music one night. It was like, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say about 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years now. I was wanting to hear some Elvis music. Drag out a picture and show it, Niagara Falls. Oh, okay. See if I can remember where the photo albums are. They're upstairs in the closet, I'm pretty sure. Let me get a drink, finish this story. I wanted to hear Elvis music, so I Googled Elvis Presley, and Elvis came up, Elvis Travels. And that's how I saw Rosie. I started watching his channel, and he had her in Chicago. And I thought, who's this person? This person's interesting. So then I subbed to her channel. And that's how I found Rosie. To Elvis Travels. Now, the nomadic Chicagoan's channel's been taken down. He was terminated from YouTube, so, and then he tried to have another YouTube channel, and it got taken down. Twisty, turny, old-fashioned steps. Not much light up here. I gotta open the curtains. I don't like to keep the curtains open up here because it makes it hot if you let the sun in. Yeah, he always said, "Woo!" Elvis when he ended his videos. Woo! We'll get some light in here. Don't mind my basket full of quilts and stuff that should go along. I'm at too big to wash in my washing machine. Here's moonstone. That's a moonstone rock. Jessica makes fine jewelry. Sells that in her shop. Her Etsy shop and her, I forget the name of that stone. And her booth. I think it starts with an A. Okay, let's get the... Oh, that's Andy and Jessica's engagement picture. Andy's full-blooded Italian. And there's a picture that Peyton, the one that lives in Chicago, he finger painted me when he was like 2. I framed it and kept it. And this is, you guys know these people. Well, you know, freaking glare. You know Rosie and Mr. Z. And there's me, and there's my older sister Vicky and my younger sister Marcy. That's in Vegas, in front of the Golden Nugget where we were staying. That's when I met Rosie and Mr. Z. That was fun. I should have filmed though. There's none of it on my channel. It was all on Blackbird's channel. You guys know that guy right there. It was all on Blackbird's channel, and it got taken down by OG. My bad for not filming it. There we go. Freaking glare. Yeah, he's so awesome. I just love him to pieces. I saw him on Rosie's channel when she was out there in Vegas, and she was with Kev TV and Tito Danino and Kev's son, Kev Jr. And I think Pocket Changey was there, a few of them. And that's the first time I saw him. I was like, who is this? This guy is so different, so unique, and he's not like anybody else I've ever met. He sent me this picture for Christmas. It's his reflections, the reflections that he takes in the windows, and you can see trees. The trees were behind, and that was in a store. There's a mannequin in a store window. Anyways, yeah, he's so different. And I was worried about him that night because they left him. He was doing vitamins. Oh, I'm gonna have to deal with that later. I don't want to break it. He was doing vitamins, and he was walking home, and he was at this front of this bar just sitting there, and I was all worried about him. I kept saying, "Somebody go help Blackbird." And Tito Danino came in a chat, and he was like, "Charla, he's old school Vegas. He could take care of himself or something like that." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Thanks for throwing me in, Tito." Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a chore getting these photo albums out of here. Okay, there's one. I forget which one it's in. I think it's in this one. Anyways, Tito was like, he clued me in. He's like, he's okay, he's fine. I was like, okay. Then I didn't comment anymore about people going and helping him. But he acted like he wasn't fine. He was, look, that's me. My daughter made that headdress out of flowers. That's back when I wore glasses. Look how short my hair was. Okay, I don't know if this is the one that has it. That's my Katie Kiefer. He grew old and died. He was a fat cat. I still have that basket he's sitting in. Jessica sells them in her booth. Well, she used to. I don't think she has them anymore. Yeah, I still have that. Right, right. As long as people are kind. And there's my mommy holding Kiefer. That's my mommy. That was in my apartment in Bethesda. He was a big cat, man. I don't know how I'm going to do this without this glare. I can get it in the right position. Okay, there. That's my mommy. And there's a picture of Leonidas and Landon, grandsons. Yes, he probably weighed 30 pounds. He was too big. I shouldn't have fed him that much. Look at him. Fat cat. There's he's in the laundry basket. You like to sit in baskets. Oh my gosh. Oh, this was Angie's bachelorette party. My daughter-in-law Angie. She had a penis cake. That's the top of it. There's icing coming out the top. And Marcy, my sister Marcy, she was like, don't put those pictures on Facebook because I work at the state library in Caldwell and I don't want people seeing me with a picture of a penis. I'm like, oh my gosh, Marcy. I didn't, Bo. I didn't put that picture up. But there's Lauren, Jessica's good friend, and she vends. She does tie-dye t-shirts. Oh my gosh, her tie-dyes are so awesome. And there's me when I was skinny and could tuck my shirt in my jeans. Me and my sister. That's at the bar after the bachelorette party. That's too funny. I hope I don't get a strike putting that picture up there. And that's Angie's mom in the blonde. I put a picture up on did I put it on community or Instagram? Maybe both. Anyways, that's Leonidas's and Slade and Elena and Ariana's grandma, Linda, with the blonde hair, Angie's mom. And then was my best friend Kathy. She passed away from cancer. And we were getting ready to go out to a bar. We all lived in the same apartment building. We went out every Friday night dancing. That's me and my daughter. The bachelorette party. Oh, this is us before we went to the Madonna concert. Look how skinny me and my daughter both were. And that's Slade, Elena, the twins, and Leonidas with his fingers in his mouth, making a funny face. Angie, Ariana, her daughter, and then me and my daughter. Angie's daughter-in-law. She's the mommy to those three and Ariana. Oh, that was it. Tammy with the blonde hair. She was so freaking cool. She's one. She puts me in mind of Miss Jenna, because she was just that cool. Just really soft-spoken and sweet. And well, Miss Jenna, she can be. She could be kind of mean about cigarettes and stuff, and the dogs, like Blackbird says, but she is sweet too. But Tammy there, the blonde with the glasses, and that's Lauren again, Jessica's good friend, and that's me when my hair was brown, and that's Angie. Well, Jessica took the picture, I guess, yeah. Anyways, that was Tammy's birthday. We all went out celebrating Tammy's birthday. We always went to this, well, we used to. It says night out with a martini glass. My daughter-in-law, Sarah, made me this for Christmas one year. And she put all these it's like a scrapbook, photo book, album. Anyways, we all always went out for her birthday, Tammy. And we always went to not Blackwater, geez. Oh my gosh. Buttercup Baby probably knows. Where they closed the bridge down, Bridge Day, Buttercup, and they all jump off the bridge, bungee jump, or paraglide jump off of it. They used to bungee jump, but they don't anymore. Shoot, what is the name of that place? There's me shooting a gun. AK, is that the AK? Look how skinny I was. Darn it, I gotta get that skinny again. Yes, thank you, Buttercup Baby. I knew you would know, because you're from that area. New River Gorge, yes. We used to go there every year, and Jessica would vend, right? That was one of her big, good ones where she made a lot of money. Profitable events. Tammy rode the rapids with her boyfriend. They were doing a 5-class rapid. The boat overturned. Tammy, still hard to talk about it. Tammy went under. It's probably been, oh my gosh, 8 years maybe, 8, 9 years, longer than that probably. Jessica would know for sure, but Tammy went under. She came up once. Her boyfriend was telling us, and then she went under again, and they couldn't find her. It took them hours to find her, and they finally found her. There's the grandkids, silly grandkids. My grandkids grew up with me, or you know what I mean. I've had them since they were babies. Anyways, I never went back there again. There's me holding Lydia. Sweet Lydia. Treasure family. Yes, you need to treasure family. Anyways, yeah, Tammy, she was so sweet. She was the coolest. Oh, my brother Les. He's all high right there. He's the older brother, passed away from cancer. He's between me and Vicky. Yeah, she was young. She was 30-something. Yep. So, yeah, it was over 10 years. There's Les, Sarah, Peyton, and Mom. Mom had the habit of closing her eyes when you take her picture. So did my sister, Marcy. And there's Les. He lived in Vegas. Right there is the condo in Vegas where we went and saw him. First time we ever went to Vegas. And there he was like puffed up from all the cancer medication. Always in our hearts. It's so nice of Sarah to put this together. I don't think this one. Getting ready to go to the casino. I got him with his money. That's this house, guys. That's downstairs into the kitchen. He moved back here from Vegas. He found out he had cancer, and I said, well, there's always a reason, for everything. That's why you're back here, so we can take care of you. And he moved in with Mom. There's Marcy, Mom, me, and Les. We just got back from the casino. We were at the Olive Garden eating. There's me at the pumpkin patch in Chicago. And that's Brandon and Sarah on the hay ride at the pumpkin patch. Pumpkin farm. Trips to the pumpkin farm. We went every year. And that's me on the ride with little Peyton, he'll be 15. Jeez, this takes me back. Oh, that's the bean. That's the bean in Chicago. That art sculpture that Blackbird was talking about. You can see it. It's like reflective. I have a picture where you can see all the buildings in the reflection. I texted it to him. Oh, there it is. But that's not the one I texted him, I don't think. Because I don't think I was holding Peyton. And there was these guys in different colored suits. Green, black, orange. They were like leaning up against it like they were holding it up. Look how skinny. Oh, my gosh. Frickin' thyroid. Oh, that's New Year's. That's when Jed and Kim went up there. There's the buildings reflected. Chicago buildings reflected in the bean. Art sculpture. That's Jed and Kim. Look how young. Wow. That's when they went to Chicago for New Year's. And Kim said, never again New Year's. I'll go up there in the summer. And it was freezing. I watched the kids while they went out. Landon and Leonidas. There's the bean again. There's Sarah, Brandon, Kim, and Jed. Kim and Jed are Riley and Landon's parents. Sarah and Brandon have Peyton. They had fun when they went out. New Year's Eve, they rode the Ferris wheel. Landon. And Sarah did a good job on that. Oh, Peyton did this. Oh, this is Washington. This is when we went with family. Angie and Ariana. I'm never going home. Slade and Elena, the twins. Charlie, son Charlie. Things keep popping up on my phone. That's me. We're under the Ohio one too, but I don't think you can see it. Vacation fun. Jessica, I want a campfire. She's a hippie, always around the campfire. She can't be aggro around the campfire. Ariana, are we lost? Jesse, do you have SPF 100? That's perfect because he's redheaded and he burns bad in the sun. So he was wearing his hoodie. Aw, look at Elena. They're 18 now. Oh my gosh. Me and Jesse. My best friend Jesse. He's the one that owns the cat Finn. The one with the pretty green eyes that I put on my community post. Leonidas. Charlie and the twins, who are 18. Abraham Lincoln. Slade. Oh my goodness. Stuff takes me back. Elena, Jessica, Ariana, and Leonidas. Elena. Leonidas. Oh, that's when we went to the Hocking Hills and we had a cabin. Rented a cabin at Hocking Hills. There's Elena and Jessica, Andy, her husband next to her, Charlie, me. Nobody knows I'm a tourist. Leonidas peeking through me and Ariana and Jesse. The kids call him Uncle Jesse. Oh my gosh, that's Jessica when she was little. And Charlie and Brandon and Jed in a walker. Look at that old walker. Oh my goodness. That's my kids. They're all grown up with kids of their own now. That's Hocking Hills, Ariana, Angie, Jessica, Elena. And a waterfall. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I think the Niagara Falls is in here. I will get to it. Oh, that was New Year's Eve. No, that was Christmas at Mom's. Yeah, it was the best kind. Oh, Angie kissing Charlie. Brandon, Sarah. Yeah, that was at this house in the kitchen. No, not that. This was, because that's Mom's blanket and hanger thing behind them. This was at Charlie and Angie's old house, farmhouse that they rented. Now they're buying a house. Hocking Hills is beautiful, Buttercup baby. I used to date that guy, Keith. He's like 6 feet something. Brandon's 6 foot, so Keith's even taller than Brandon. I used to date that dude. He got into crystal meth too bad, though. And we parted ways. But the kids seen him. Charlie and Angie saw him the other day, said he's not doing meth anymore because he gained weight. He wasn't looking like a skeleton. And that's a pile of cousins. See? A pile of cousins. Slade, Landon, Peyton, Leonidas. Pal cousins. Oh, Landon driving the go-kart and Peyton. Landon and Peyton in the go-karts. Charlie's old farmhouse. Oh my gosh. Skinny again. I hate looking at these pictures. I gotta get that. Well, I'm working on it. There's Jessica, me. I got deer antlers on. Keith, the guy I just showed you, dressed up like Santa Claus. He dressed up like a bunny rabbit and came to Angie and Charlie's wedding reception. He was at the wedding, then he dressed up like a bunny and gave the kids candy at their wedding reception because it was Easter. There's Kim, there's Sarah, there's Angie, there's Ariana. We had the best parties. Oh, that's Lisa. Lisa has SMA too. She had the type that you can live with it, but she drove her van with a shifter. Like the controls were on the steering wheel and she could drive her van. That's David's sister. That's my kids' dad's sister, Lisa. Well, at my ex-husband, but it's the kid's dad's aunt. She used to come to all our Halloween parties. We used to go get her, and I'd take her out to the bars when we were younger. Anyway, she's in a wheelchair that's remote controlled. And she has that. They say, I don't know, they say their dad, David and Lisa's dad, got it from Vietnam, from Agent Orange. Other people say it's just a genetic disease. It's called SMA, but she's coloring with Elena. And that's Keith picked Brandon up. He was fun. Too bad he had to get into drugs. Couldn't get off of them. Well, maybe he is now. I don't know. Haven't talked to him in, oh my gosh. Let's see. Jed and Kim were still living in their other house. They're buying a house now. So it's been, let's see. And that's the last time I seen him. He came over there to see them, and I was there. I was getting ready to leave from babysitting. So, oh my gosh. I was still in Circleville. I was down visiting. That's when they went to Tennessee the first time. Well, not the first time, but one of the times they went to Tennessee. And I watched the kids. So, let me think. I lived in the apartment 2 years. I've lived here a year already. So 3 years, about 3 years ago, maybe 4, since the last time I saw him. But there's Brandon, Charlie, Jed. Jed's got bib overalls on. Me, Woodsy. They call him Woodsy, my ex-husband. Jessica, and Lisa. The Woodses. Jesse, she farted, Ariana. That's what he said. That was the New Year's Eve party. Yeah, we is a close family. Oh, there's me in my PJs with Peyton. Aw. And Peyton, he lined always... I used to have a big toy box full of toys when they were little, and they'd come and visit it, and he lined all the toys up on the hope chest. That was my mommy's hope chest. And there's Landon and Leonidas. I think that was Trick or Treat one year. That was at Mom's. See, that's the house I'm living in now. Used to be pink and purple. I told Mom it looks like an Easter egg. And I took that chair rail down when I painted. Now it's all one color. But yeah, that was the house. Mom gave me that grandfather clock, but I gave it to my daughter, Jessica, because I wanted her to enjoy it. And I wanted to see her enjoy it. You know what I mean? I didn't want her to wait till I was gone. Anyways, Andy, he fixed it the same day they took it. When they moved me up there to Circleville, I said, leave that grandfather clock on the U-Haul and just take it over to your house because it's Jessica's anyway. And he fixed it that same day. He unloaded it. He fixed it. So it's nice to hear it chime. Yeah, that's the living room that I was just in. I have my TV in the same place, and I have Mom's curio cabinet in the same place. Me and Brandon. Me, Landon, no, Sarah, Landon, and Peyton. That little chair there, it was Mom's. That's this house, too. That little chair, everybody sat in it. All the grandkids sat in it. And now my other nephew, JR, Vicky's boy, has it. He's going to get it reupholstered. It's got a hole in it. Look at him. That's at Charlie's old farmhouse. And that's Christmas pictures. Andy and Jessica before Edith and Ida. Elena, one of the twins. Peyton. Well, Peyton's changed so much. Marcy and Gracie. Gracie is JR's little girl. Vicky's granddaughter, Gracie. There's Elena. Oh my gosh, we love Halloween. I did a Halloween thing on my channel, different Halloween parties and costumes. That's me. I did my own makeup and I did my own costumes. I rarely bought them. That's Charlie, and that's Jed. And there's me. I was a zombie. I was a zombie that year. Look at Jed. Charlie's. Every time I take their pictures, almost every time they flip me off. It's just been a thing. They've always done it. And Jed's looking at Charlie like, what the heck? And there's Jesse. Me and Jesse decided to go as zombies. That was when The Walking Dead was big. You love Halloween, Buttercup, baby? These two, Jessica and Andy, man, they do it up. They had this cart with dead babies, and they were like, bring out your dead, bring out your dead. And they pulled the cart out. And there's Angie. She was Little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. Jed, Charlie, and Jesse. And I love vampires. Just something about vampires. I had these contact lenses. I don't know if you can see them. Focus. I still have them. Contact lenses that look like vampire eyes. I love vampires. And there's Keith. We stayed friends. But, oh, look at Jessica. She was a flapper. Oh my gosh. I got fishnets on. Yeah, she did it up, man. She has a cigarette holder. I don't know if there's a picture of that in here. I think I have that picture. Anyway, she had her cigarette and a cigarette holder and everything. Oh, yeah, Jessica and Andy. Charlie and Lisa. Lisa laughing. She always had a blast. And when she wasn't able to drive her van anymore because her hands got real weak, we would go and get her. Charlie and Angie. Hulk Hogan. Oh my goodness. Angie and Elena. Charlie. Slade's like, what are you doing, Dad? Oh, he's got that's his favorite, one of his favorite shirts. He calls it my best good shirt. That's Johnny Cash giving the finger. There's Linda with the red hood on, the other grandma, Angie's mom, and then Ariana, and then her friend, I can't remember her name, Angie, and then me. I was a zombie that year too, just a little different costume. And then Leonidas, he was King Leonidas with the beard, his namesake, and then there's Slade, and there's Elena. The twins, and there's Leonidas. Good times, good times. Oh, there's her cigarette holder. Now, wasn't that cool? He was like a gun mall, and she was like a flapper. She did all that herself. We would go to thrift stores and get things for our costumes and do it up. Rosie would say, do it up. Look at her. My daughter, she's so pretty. And there's Lisa. She always had fun. Me and Jed. I had cheaters on. Jesse, he said this is one of his favorite pictures. He'd take a bite out of my head. I know, right? Goatee on the little one. Oh, this was a cancer walk. Look, I was letting my hair, I was done with dyeing my hair, and I was letting it grow out. I've never dyed it since. Oh my gosh, it's been, I want to say 15 years or more. A mother's love. There's Landon in the stroller, and he's 15 now. But that's Vicky, my brother Les, my mom, me, and Marcy. Vicky's husband, Gene, died from cancer. Les died from cancer. Mom died from COP. Dad died from cancer. And that's me, and then Marcy. We always did the cancer walk out to Barnesville Park, where I walk around. At the mother's shelter, they had the cancer walk thing. It's Mom and Marcy, me and Mom. It's Mom in Vegas. Mom was a gambling in Vegas. She won some money. There's Mom and Marcy. Mom drinking her Pepsi. There's Mom's 80th. Oh, that was Mother's Day. Me and Les took her out to eat. Les lived here and I was the driver. There's Keith in the rabbit suit. He was in a Santa Claus suit. Now he's in the rabbit suit. And there's Mom laughing. He gave her candy. That was at Angie and Charlie's wedding reception. There's Mom and Marcy and her oldest boy, Patrick. He lives in Florida. She just got back. Marcy just got back from flying to Florida for her granddaughter's high school graduation. And that's this house. That's Mom, Marcy, and Patrick. And there's Marcy's boyfriend at one time, Randy. There's Woodsy. There's Jesse. And there's Jared. That's David's son from his second marriage. And they all look alike. Jared and Jed and Charlie all look alike. There's me and Keith. He had real curly hair. He usually kept it short because when it got long, it just curled like crazy. And there's Charlie's wedding. Yeah. There's Brandon, Charlie, My 3 sons, Brandon, Charlie, Jed. And Jed's holding Peyton, one from Chicago. And then there's Leonidas and Slade and Landon cheesing again. Landon was always cheesing. And there's Keith. Yes, I believe we did. Went through Fayetteville. Yeah, I think we stopped there for a break. Buttercup baby. Jesse, Angie, and Charlie. That was at their wedding. Oh, wait do you see their cake? If their cake is in here. Oh, it must not be in here. Shoot. Well, I have a picture of it. Bunny time. That was Keith. Had a basket full of candy for all the kids. That's so funny. Oh, we had face painting at one of the birthdays. Oh, look at Elena. Jessica made that headdress too. That was that same day. I can't remember, Buttercup Baby. I bet we did. I'd have to ask Jessica. Buttercup Baby, I was watching him go off the bridge, right? And there was a photographer. And he was taking pictures. And this one parachute, his chute didn't open, right? So I'm like freaking out. And then I remember, oh, wait, he's got a second chute. Well, the second chute opened. We used to have so much fun on that go-kart. The second chute opened, and he was fine. Brandon on the mini bike. Slade, Peyton, and Landon. Yeah, Slade, Peyton, and Landon. Landon cheesing again. He's got them dimples. Landon does. There's Sarah and Ariana. Ariana taking Sarah a ride on the go-kart. Brandon, Ariana, and the twins, Slade and Elena. Leonidas. Anyways, I go back up to Jessica's booth after I, walk up the bridge and watch the parachute people jumping. Slade, Landon, Leonidas on the four-wheeler. I had an automatic Polaris four-wheeler. Should never sold that thing. There's Jed and Elena and Landon. And there's Landon on the muddy four-wheeler. Anyways, walked back up to Jessica's booth, right, where she was vending. Sit down in there and rest and was talking to them all. And the photographer that was next to me, he came in there. He said he videoed. It was one of those fancy cameras that did you could watch it back. And there was a guy that jumped and his chute didn't open. It was right after I left. And he was asking people, do you want to see it? And only one person wanted to see it. Everybody else in the booth were like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to have that in my mind. And one guy, though, he wanted to see it. And he showed it to him. I was like, oh, my gosh. Anyways, yeah, there's been more deaths than that one there. Oh, that was at Charlie and Leonidas. They had a little train in the Bethesda Park. I missed it last year. I missed it the year before, too. You can go through all those little cottages in Bethesda Park where I always walk when I'm over there with, that was their first day of kindergarten. The twins, Elaine and Slade. Where I always walk over there with Riley in Bethesda Park. They have this, it's an Indian name. It's called Chiconka or something Days. And you can go inside all those little cabins. What you talking about? No more cookies. She did really good with these little sayings. Brandon and Elena. Wait, what? I blend in. Oh, somebody photobombed. I don't even know who that is. This is when Ariana graduated the 8th grade. That's Landon, Leonidas. Oh, no, wait. Landon, Slade, Leonidas, Ariana graduated, and then Elena. She graduated to 8th grade. That's from that school that Riley goes to in Bethesda. There's Sarah and Peyton. She's so young there. The twins. Must have been their birthday. Elena and Slade. It was really hot this day. Ariana, Leonardo. They've all sat in my chair. That's my big, what is it? Joe something. Joe something. There was clothing apparel and I can't think of the name of it. But anyways, that's Ariana, Leonidas, Landon, and Elena. They've all sat in that chair, that big yellow chair. I still have it. It's in my trunk of my car, and everywhere I go, I have it to use. Oh, she told him to make funny faces. Now, this was Thanksgiving at Jessica and Andy's first apartment together in Columbus. It was in a bad neighborhood, and then they bought their house in Circleville, which is in a nice neighborhood. What's it say? It's beautiful. Where's my drink with the little umbrella? Yeah, Jessica likes to drink. Oh, yeah, I'm tan. How old? Oh, that must have been Charlie's birthday. Jesse. I want the perfect tan. I don't think so. Jed and Kim. Look out. I'm bringing sexy back. Oh, my gosh. That's Ariana and me. Marcy got beer. That was a cancer walk. That's that gazebo at the park, and that's that playground down below where I take Riley. That's the old playground, though. They made a new one, and the kids don't like the new one as well as the old one. That was in another birthday dinner for Tammy. Me and Jessica and Tammy went to, I think it was a Mexican restaurant. That's when I had brown hair. Apparently that was New Year's Eve. That's when I had my glasses. That's me holding Riley. That's when Riley was first born. Look how skinny, guys. I have my, that's my New Orleans belt buckle. I have my, I don't know, maybe not. I don't have my shirt tucked in, but I could have. I miss that belt buckle. A moment lasts all of a second, but the memory lives on forever. Isn't that cool? Cool. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is Chicago. Brandon, me and Jesse. Yeah, me and Jesse went to Chicago together. And Jesse wouldn't go out on that big tall tower thing, that glass enclosure. I did. I jumped up and down on it. I laid on it. He wouldn't go. Oh, look at Riley. Look at those eyes. Got my little Riley. Oh my gosh, this is me and Brandon. Wow. That was me. I was like 19 years old. I was a hippie chick. Me and Brandon. Wow. That's funny looking at these old pictures. Okay, this one should have the Niagara Falls one in it. I know it does. I'm just going to run through this. Oh, I will show you this. Guess who that is? Who is that? Anybody know who that is? Oh, here's one of Marty. There's my brother Marty. Is that a Schlitz? Yes, that's me, Nino. Is he drinking a Schlitz? That was my brother Marty. He was tall and skinny. It won't focus. Focus, camera, focus. If I stop moving it. I miss him. You have bell bottoms on. Oh my goodness, that's my cousin, Beverly. Oh, that's Charlie, me. That's when I had red hair. Brandon, when he graduated high school, in front of this house, in front of Grandma Ida's house. Jessica and Jed. Yeah, that was probably the 70s, Nino. Pretty sure. And that's me when I had red hair. Jessica dressed like Madonna. That was her Madonna style. That's 4 generations there. Grandma Ida. That was the wallpaper when Grandma Ida lived here. That's this house, guys. That was the wallpaper when she lived here. And then Mom changed it. And now I changed it. Did you used to drink Schlitz, Buttercup Baby? That's me and my little, that was like a, I don't know. late 80s outfit. It's got a little skirt, a black and white skirt, and then I got a yin and yang black and white necklace on. And then Jessica's got the beads in her hair. She's all Madonna'd out. And there's Mom and Grandma. Mom lived with Grandma. And there's me with a drink. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's little Timbo. Timbo, that's the other dog buried in the backyard. That was Mom's first dog before Hojo. Little Timbo, little Chihuahua. He shook all the time, like Chihuahuas do. Look at that perm. Oh my gosh, and them long dangly earrings. Yeah, that was old wallpaper. Marcy got that desk. Mom gave Marcy the grandfather clock and me the desk, and we wanted to switch. And I asked Mom, she said, I don't care. So we switched. Yes, 4 generations in that picture. I need to blow this picture up, put it on the wall. Yep, 4 generations. There used to be a window there looking out, and Grandma would stand on the steps and nib shit, we called it. She'd always look out, see what the neighbors were doing. Well, when Mom put the garage in, the attached garage, they took that window out of there. But that's the stair steps that I just climbed up. Oh, look at Marty. My brother Marty. Oh, must have been 6 or 7 because he's got missing teeth. A rotary phone? You still have your phone like that? Look at that old phone. This is fun. This is Vicky. That's Vicky. That's her senior picture. Look at that hair and that flip. That's my oldest sister. She's 70. Let's see, she's 5 years older than me. I'm 67. She's 72. Yep, Marty drinking the Schlitz. He could not grow any hair on his face. Not a lick. Had them brown, dark eyes. There's my Aunt Pat. That's Mom's sister. She's still alive. That was at Aunt Pat's house at, yeah, Vicky's pretty. That was Aunt Pat's house. And her daughter lives there now, Beth. It's like when I live in my mom's house, Beth lives. There it is, Skylawn entrance. Are you still here, Nino? There it is, Skylawn entrance. That's when I went to the falls. That's us driving to the falls. Oh my gosh, that was my Grandma Kane. I was overweight then too. Grandma Kane was in the nursing home. She had cancer. She was my dad's dad. Lived on the farm. That's when we were in Florida. That's little Charlie. The twins' dad. That's little Charlie. And the twins and Leonidas' dad in the bib overalls. Little Charlie. And that's Jessica. They were real close together. And everybody always asked me if they were twins. I said, no, they're Irish twins. And that's Brandon. Oh my gosh, that was in Florida when we lived in Florida. Are you still here? Nino, yeah, so you know that Skylawn. You go up and look out over the falls. We went under the falls, but we didn't do the boat ride. My hair does that when cut short, flips out on one side and under the other. Does it, Buttercup? But there's underneath the falls. We went under the falls, and we had to put on these, like, raincoats. And us looking under the falls. It was the funniest thing. I think I told this story. I don't know if you guys were in here, but there's one of the top of the yellow raincoats. We went to Niagara Falls right for New Year's Eve. It was freezing. And that's why you see the icicles. And that was my boyfriend at the time, Rob. He was like 10 years younger than me. Anyways, we're walking down this was at the high school. And Brandon was performing. Brandon was a rapper too. Now he does I don't know what it's called, Lost Lands Festival. He does that kind of music. Trap, dubstep, whatever. He does that music now. But anyways, that's when we were at the falls. And we were walking down this. Walking, and looking at them. That's Brandon, Jessica, Charlie standing up, Jed peeking up with his toboggan, me and Rob, the guy I was dating at the time. I had red hair then too. Anyways, in this one I had red hair. That's a really good picture of me. We were walking down there, and I said, look who's coming. And here his dad had taken his girlfriend to the falls, and they never talked to each other. I mean, they did talk to each other, but they hadn't, a couple days before we went to the falls. So neither one of us knew that the other one was going to be there. It was the funniest thing. There's one of Jessica's old boyfriends, Casey Hoff. He had real long hair. He was good looking too. That was, oh my God, she was pre-engaged to him. That was back in high school days. And there's my boyfriend, Rob. And that was Bruce's boy that used to live in this house, Daniel. That's the one that he couldn't help. You know, he's autistic. He couldn't help what he did to the house, but they could have watched him better. I will say that, but I don't want to get into that. Oh, this is Maryland. Ocean, what is it? Ocean City, Maryland. Yeah, there's that same backpack. I carried that backpack in Las Vegas. It had Heineken's in it. That backpack right there on that beach had Blackbird's Heineken's in it when we were walking around Vegas. But that's Keith at Ocean City, Maryland. And there's Jed. He buried himself and there's that Keith that Jed buried. Yeah, it's Keith. And then Jed put boobies on him. It's like, I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Focus. That's Keith in the go-karts. And that's Keith filling up the tracker. OMG. Memories. Oh, that's awful pictures. There's Charlie. Here, let me cut myself out of there. There's Charlie with his real long hair. See, Charlie went to live with his dad in Maryland, and me and Keith would go down there and take Jed and Jessica so they could visit their brother. There's Keith sleeping. And there's Keith. He was from Akron, Ohio. And he moved down here to Barnesville, and that's when actually, Charlie was dating his sister, his half-sister, and that's how I met Keith, was through Jamie, who Charlie was dating at the time. Aw, that's sweet, Nino. I love that. There's Brandon, Jessica, me, Jed, and Charlie. Charlie had long hair. That's what was taken at Christmas. Man, I got some good-looking kids. I got some good-looking grandkids, too. If I do say so myself, I was blessed. This is New Jersey. Keith liked to gamble, so we went to, and he won, too, man. He won like thousands, just like Vicky. And we stayed at the Taj Mahal. Was it the Taj Mahal? Or was it Trump? Yeah, it was Trump. It was a Trump hotel. We stayed there at, Trump Taj Mahal. There it is. It's terrible that I stayed there, I know, but that's where the guy we went with had free rooms because he gambled a bunch. His name was J-Bo. Well, they called him J-Bo. I don't even know his real name. Everybody here has a nickname. Anyways, that's when we went to New Jersey. Keith won $1,000 that night playing cards. He was good at poker. But yeah. Oh, my God. Keith got me. Oh, his sister made, that's Jessica sitting next to me. Keith's sister made these Indian dolls out of like plastic, and he got me one from her, and it had a diamond bracelet on it, around it as a necklace. And I didn't see the diamond bracelet because I was like, oh, I love it. You know, the Indian doll. That's Keith wrapping presents. And there's Charlie. He come back from Maryland for Christmas. Brandon. And I didn't even notice the diamond tennis bracelet until he said, look, what's she got on? I said, what she got on? It's a dress. He's like, oh, around her neck. I was like, oh. That was my house, the one house I owned. It had original wood. Wood was never painted. It was my uncle's house. I lost that house. Long story. Me and Keith. I still have that shirt. Oh my gosh. Look how curly my hair was too. My hair's still curly, but it was a lot curlier when I was younger. That's Mom's house. That's this house in the living room. That's Angie, Ariana, Marcy, me. My scarf matched my sweater. Oh, it's so coordinated. That's this house. That's Sarah and Brandon. Every Christmas, he's got a Black Hawks shirt on. Every Christmas was held here. Me and Brandon in the living room here. Sarah in the kitchen. See, that's that wall, guys, that's in between the kitchen and the bathroom. and it's shelving, but I got a hanging tapestry hanging behind it because I have to drywall it. One of these days, it'll get done. I always say that. Well, it will get done. It's just when. Marcy and Randy. Whatever happened to Randy? We all liked him. There was Hojo. That dog bit everybody, even Mom. It bit the hand that fed him. And Mom would make excuses for it like he was an abused spouse. Or like she was an abused spouse. That dog, we all hated it. Mean dog. That's my old house. See all that wood, guys? All that original wood, man. Oh, well. Live and learn. There's Gene, Vicky's husband. He was the best pot grower in this area. He got busted. He was growing pot in Tennessee. That's little Daniel when he was little. He's like 30-something now. He was growing pot in Tennessee, guys. And these SWAT came. He was way up in the woods, in the mountains. And they came propelling down out of a helicopter to bust Gene, right? And Gene and his friend ran. And Gene was barefooted. He slept out there in a tent. He was barefooted, cut his feet all up. He made it home, but the other guy didn't. His nickname was Snoopy. I think his real name's Dave. Pretty sure, yeah, his real name's Dave. Snoopy got caught, but Snoopy never told on Gene, and Snoopy went to prison. So when Snoopy got out of prison, he had to be released to somebody, and he didn't have anywhere to go. Vicky and Gene took him in because he never ratted on Gene. And then the second time Gene got busted, he got caught, and he had to go to prison. Oh my gosh. Vicky was, and she told this story to Blackbird. Vicky would take him out to this place where he was growing, right? And they had a canoe, and they'd have the canoe on top of the car, and he would get in the canoe and go down this creek to where he was growing, right? And he had like old bathtub out there. He took things out there. I think the bathtub was there originally. Some kind of tub, anyways. She'd drop him off food. He'd take the canoe to her, and she'd drop him off food alongside the road. He'd put it in the canoe and go back out there, and he grew a bunch of plants. I mean, we're talking bunches of bunches. And a hunter saw him. Hunter told the authorities. They came, again, sleeping in a tent. They like to come early in the morning when they know the person's asleep. Sleeping in a tent, and he couldn't get away that time. He got caught, so he had to go to prison. Anyways, he grew the best pot. He was like a mad scientist with it. He was like, oh, I shouldn't laugh, but it's terrible. It's terrible that he got popped, Now it's legal. Anyways, it was an elaborate setup. And if it wasn't for that hunter, he did it for years and years and years and never got popped. And he used to have trimmers come. He paid trimmers a bunch of money to cut that stuff up. There's Vicky. Marcy. See, Marcy always closed her eyes like Mom. She always closes her eyes, my little sister. There's JR, Vicky's son JR. His wife at the time, Crystal. She was from Tennessee. He brought her back from Tennessee. See, Vicky and Gene, when they lived in Tennessee, all the boys went down there. They lived with their dad here, and in the summer, when they were out of school, they went down to Tennessee, and they worked at Old Charlie's restaurants in Tennessee. They all worked at Old Charlie's. And JR brought Crystal back from Tennessee, but now Crystal's son, Zach, he became best friends with Jed, my son. Zach lives in Tennessee, so Jed goes down every year almost and visits him. Crystal still lives here, but they're divorced. He married Jamie, his second wife. Look, there's me. Oh, my goodness. I'm wearing that moonstone necklace that I showed you at Jessica Sells. There's me. Look at that hair. I love that picture. That's such a good picture of me. I usually don't like when I get my picture taken, but that's a good one. And there's Bruce, the nephew that lived here, Vicky's firstborn. And that's Daniel sitting on the steps. See, those steps used to be carpeted when Grandma Ida had the house. And there's that window that's no longer there. And there's my mommy. And that's the living room. And there's Mommy opening her presents. There's Gene. This is the pot connoisseur. He never said much, but when he spoke, it was profound. That type of person. They'd all go out on the front porch and get high out on the front porch. And Jessica, my daughter, I'll never forget it. One time she was out there talking to Jean. She come in, she said, Mom, that's the most words Jean's ever spoke to me in my life. I said, is he smoking? She said, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget that. That's the door that goes into the garage. Ah, good times. See, Mom's got her eyes closed. Bless her heart. Her and Marcy. There's Marcy's youngest son, Kyle. Christmas at Mom's and Grandma Ida's. Well, this was after Grandma Ida was gone, obviously, these pictures. There's Vicky. She was into Twilight. Was it Twilight? Anyways, I got her the book, one of the books, for Christmas. It's Mom in this kitchen. Well, the kitchen downstairs. I should catch up with what you guys are saying. I'm sorry, showing you pictures and not. Did you? You saw one that got killed jumping off the bridge? Yeah, wasn't that something? But they, they're daredevils. Yeah, I'm brave. I'm too much. Not too much scares me. I'm scared of electricity. That's about it. It's funny that rotary phone. Yep, Irish twins. That's Jessica and Charlie. The falls were closer when you were a kid, After all the years of water pounding, it's receded a lot. The rock iron wall. Is that what that was called? I always had more fun dating guys younger than me, right? Keith was 10 years younger, too, just like Rob. I always go after the bad boys, darn it. Oh, yeah, I have Buttercup Baby. The only time I had help was when, thank you for that. She said, you've done so much. Well, you guys seen it by yourself. Great work, Charla. Yeah, Leonidas and Landon came over, and Marcy helped me clean out the garage, and Leonidas and Landon did too, and then they stomped the roll-off down so I could put more in it. That's the only day I had help. And then the rest of the days I did it all by my onesies. See, Rob, he used to have a handyman business, and or no, Dave, not Rob. And then I would help him, so I knew how to do most of that stuff. What I didn't know how to do, I just watched YouTube tutorials. It's sad that the weed laws ruined so many lives, and now it's legal. Yes. Poor Gene. He got out of prison, but he got cancer when he was in prison, so he didn't live much longer after that. Yeah. Oh, Too Tall. You in here, Too Tall? Fire, broccoli, donuts, smoke. Hey, Too Tall. Oh, nappy time. He's going to go. Sorry, buddy. Sorry I didn't. Peace, strawberry hearts. Peace, heart, strawberries, cupcakes. Thanks, Too Tall. I'm reminiscing, Too Tall. People getting to know me better. Oh, there's Richard and oh my gosh. Oh shoot. She's got a Janis Joplin shirt on, I think. Amanda. Richard and Amanda. And there was one of Mom's cats. He was an In-N-Out cat. Calico cat. Richard and Amanda, they live in Tennessee. I filmed their wedding. We went down there for their wedding. She's got on one of Jessica's necklaces. Hemp necklaces. There's another picture of Gene and his daughter. And I can't tell who that is on the end. Who is that? Sarah, maybe. No, I don't know who that is. Richard and Amanda again. Richard's the one that graduated from the Navy Academy in Chicago. And me and, oh no, that's not Richard. That's Eugene. That's the other brother. That's Gene's other, but that's Amanda. That's Gene's other son. Anyways, he graduated from the Naval Academy in Chicago. Me and Vicky and Marcy and Jessica went up. We stayed at Brandon's, and poor Vicky, she wouldn't let anybody else drive. She was driving, and she said she drove through Chicago. She actually wasn't downtown Chicago. She was on the outskirts. But anyways, she tells the story. She says, "I had to drive through Chicago, and it was awful, and all that traffic. And they're out back in the back seat popping Xanax. So we offered you one." Anyways, me and Jessica and Marcy took a Xanax. Who's that? Oh, that's this girl, Michelle. She has pretty hair. Michelle right there, that's Gene's daughter from his first marriage. That's her husband and their son. Rocco was the boy's name. I forget the husband's name. And all the people who didn't live, like Sean, she's probably talking to Sean or Bruce, because Bruce lived in Tennessee. He moved back here, moved into this house because he had something wrong with him. We thought it was cancer, but it turned out it wasn't. So that was a godsend. That was awesome. That wasn't what it was. Anyways, she was either talking to Bruce or Sean, or well, no, Richard was there in the pictures. So she was talking to Bruce or Sean, but they'd always call. Like Brandon would call. They'd always call New Year's Eve at Mom's house because we were all there. That must have been Eugene's girlfriend at the time, that other girl, because he's sitting on the edge of the couch. Yeah, that must have been Eugene's girlfriend at the time. That's why I didn't recognize her, because he's married now. And there's Mom and Marcy. Marcy and Kyle. So these are all pretty much... Oh my gosh, there's Jed when he was little. Look how cute. That's little Jed. That's me in the red. Little Jed. He's so cute. And I don't know who those babies were. Oh, and there's Jessica with her little hand on her chin. One of them babies was Beth. Cousin Beth. I don't know who the other baby was. Me and JR. JR's a card. He just lives like 3 houses down from Vicky. She bought a house in Somerton, which is like 5 miles from here. There's Kyle. These are getting kind of repetitive. There's JR's wife now, Jamie. She's a pretty girl. They have Gracie and Johnny. They got a girl and a boy. See, my weight just fluctuated. I should just get that thyroid ripped out. This is Charlie. Look at Charlie. He's on the steps. He liked to be on the steps looking at everybody. Well, that's JR. JR and his mommy and Jamie and Gracie when she was little. Oh, that's before Johnny. I remember when she was pregnant with Gracie and me and JR were out on the front porch here, and he said, "Charla, what am I going to do with a little girl?" I said, "JR, you love her. You know, you can do the same thing with little girls you can do with boys. You can take her to the junkyard, you know." He said, "What am I going to do with a little girl?" And he's the best father. But he did get his... Oh, there's another one of Marcy's boyfriend, Dean. Dean ripped her off. He was bad. He took her credit card and ran it up. And that's... Is that JR or Jed? There's Charlie. Charlie's in the middle. I think that's JR. Yeah, that's probably JR. It's not Brandon because he don't wear hats like that. JR and Jed and Charlie did. Or do. Charlie doesn't anymore. Charlie doesn't wear a hat. Oh my gosh. Keith was Mr. Hanky. Remember the Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo? And he's coming up out of the toilet. I made that. It even had a toilet brush hanging from it. And it had one of those stick-up things you put on the side of the tank that smells good. And it had, like it was lined around the toilet. It was, shoot. What the heck was it? Contact paper. It was brown. Should have took a picture of him when he wasn't in it. But it was elaborate. We didn't win, though. We didn't win the costume contest. And there's me one year. That was the same year. I was a Hershey's Kiss. No wonder we didn't win. Oh, my gosh. This is Kathy. She was a hippie. That's Kathy that passed away from cancer, my bestest friend. And Sabrina, another good friend. Sabrina was some football player, famous football player. I can't think of the name. Maybe somebody will know it from the number. And there was me. I was a French maid. Got those clothes from a thrift store. And I won. I won a dinner. I was a French maid. I won a dinner at Gasper's Fine Day restaurant. It's torn down now. The restaurant's not there anymore. Who was that famous football player? Yeah, and Rob was a butler. I was a French maid, and Rob was a butler. There's our crew. There's my crew. Kathy worked at the Gasper's. I'd go in there when she's working. She'd give me free beer. But there's Sabrina, Kathy. Oh, shoot. What was her name? That's the other girl that worked there with the pigtails. And that girl worked there, too. The girl in the black. And then me. Shoot, I can't think of those girls' names. That's terrible. But there's Dave Gasper behind the bar. He owned the bar. He's in a wig. And there was a wolf man. Oh, that was her husband. He was a wolf man. Ah, it's awful. I can't think of their names. And there's me and Rob. We won. That was fun. He drove truck for Schneider International. Rob did. There's Vicky at work in her cow outfit. They dress up at Gabe's. She works at Gabriel Brothers. I guess it's just Gabriel's now. They dropped the brothers. But she's on medical leave right now because of the cancer. But she was a cow. And there's me, another vampire. That was the same costume, but I shortened it. Oh, my goodness. There's some random hippie I took a picture of. I think that was down at the clubhouse. And that's the back of Jessica. She was a witch. And then JR's wife at the time, she went with us, and she was a scarecrow. She was so cute. And there's Ariana. She was a vampire for Halloween. And there's Elena and Leonidas. Oh, this is Cape Hatteras. And all the lighthouses were being worked on, renovated and stuff. We could only go up in one. I think that's the one we went up in, maybe. I think. Same thing when I went to, when Jessica was living on her sailboat and I went to the Florida Keys, they were renovating those lighthouses too. So we didn't get to go, at Key West, we didn't get to go up in that lighthouse. There's Marcy. This was Sarah's baby shower. That's Toya. Toya came here from Las Vegas. She was Les's fiance, and when he got sick with cancer, she said she was out. She left. She rented a U-Haul and went back to Vegas. And he moved in with Mom. They used to live right up there close to Dwayne, up top of the hill here. Toya. She's the one that worked for that Roy Orbison. She cleaned the house for him. She was kind of hoity-toity. Liked rich things. But we were on a boat in Pittsburgh, and that's where Sarah's from. There's Sarah, pregnant with Peyton. Her and Brandon only have one little one. And there's Peyton. He's the one that just graduated 8th grade from Chicago. There's Dean and Marcy and me. We were was that the Rolling Stones concert? No, that was a baseball game. Because Dean didn't go to the Rolling Stones concert. That was her boyfriend. Oh, shoot, what was his name? It was a different boyfriend. Marcy's not without a man long. This is the longest she's been without a man. Because her boyfriend she just had, unfortunately, passed away from a heart attack. Anyways, we saw Sammy Sosa. That was in Pittsburgh. And we saw Sammy Sosa because Brandon wanted to see Sammy. That's Sarah. That's the Married with Children fountain in Chicago. That's the fountain you see at the beginning of Married with Children. These are some of the Chicago sites. That's the Taste of Chicago. Where they have a bunch of, Eli's up here with me. They have a bunch of different food people. That's the fountain. Brandon's there. Look how young. That was Sammy Sosa's game. Me and Brandon. And Brandon. Brandon P. P. Dog. That's a Erlacher, 54. Brandon Payton. Oh, that's more of the Cape Hatteras. That's the ferry that we had to take to the... At Cape Hatteras, that was the ferry we had to take to... was it Cape Hatteras? We had to take to the lighthouse, the only one we could go up in. Shoot. Is that where the wild horses... Help me out, anybody. Is that where the wild horses run? Is that Cape Hatteras? Mindhunter, hello. Welcome to the live. Chicago went to hell when Elbow moved there. Every time I went there, I was hoping I'd see the Lisa Marie. I'd go over and scare him. Because he was always afraid of people. I see you, buddy. Mommy loves you. I'm not ignoring you. Yeah. Elbow. I remember back in the day at Halloween, you had three choices a ghost, a hobo, or a hippie as costumes. I remember that too. That's funny, Mindhunter. Oh, the little Leonidas was Hulk, I think. Stugas says it's Dan Marino. Okay, yes, it was Dan Marino. Thank you, Stugas. I didn't even know Stugas was in here. Thanks, Buttercup Baby. I'm missing people because I'm showing the pictures. Yes, it was. You're right, Stugas. Dan Marino. Thank you for that. That was Sabrina's favorite football player. Her and her husband are into football. Yep. She even had the black under her eyes. Oh, I love Halloween. That's one of my favorite holidays. Hi, Stugas. Hi, Mindhunter. Oh my gosh, this was Jed's high school graduation. Charlie and Brandon. My three sons. And that's Jed walking down high school graduation. Brandon and Sarah when they came for the high school graduation. And that picture, you can't even make it out. Slade wouldn't do this. Some lady kept telling everybody with the graduated, get up there so you can throw your caps in front of the Barnesville High School sign. He wouldn't do it. I said, he's not going to do it. He didn't want to do it. So she left. Oh, okay. I can't know that. That's Jed and his girlfriend at the time. Shoot. I can't think of her name. Her last name was Hendershot. She went to Cape Hatteras with us, her and Jed and Jessica. Brandon and Sarah rented 2 cabins, and Sarah's mom and dad bailed at the last moment. And Brandon called me up and said, hey, you want to come down here? I was like, yeah. It was right on the beach. Oh, my gosh, it was fun. But I'm thinking I'm saying the word. I don't think it was Cape Hatteras. It was where no, because Cape Hatteras is where that movie was filmed. It's in North Carolina. This was some other place where they have wild horses roam. Landon. Jed, he put a cigarette in his mouth as he got outside. It's like, Jed, get that cigarette out of your mouth. He wouldn't do it. So I was laughing. He rubs now. He don't smoke anymore. Thank God. Why? You want me to pet you? He's reaching out his paw because he wants me to pay attention to him. He's so spoiled. Or he wants to go OUT again. Oh, there's when Riley was born. There's this Landon. That's Landon. Yeah, that's when Landon was born. Not Riley. There's Landon. Oh, Landon used to suck his little thumb. That must have been his smash cake at his first birthday. His smash cake. Landon's real dark. Well, Jed and Charlie are too. Landon gets really dark in the summer. No. Oh, there's Lydia. Sweet little Lydia. Shoot, Lauren and Charlie go there every year. My daughter Jessica's friend Lauren that does the awesome tie-dyes. She sells tie-dyes in her booth at festivals. She sells them at the farmer's market here, too, in Bellaire, Ohio. She used to go there every year. Cape Cod? Is it Cape Cod, guys? Where they have the lighthouses and they have wild horses, wild Mustang horses run? That's Lydia. Oh. Miss her. Aw, no, she was so pretty. And there she is for her birthday. This before she had her breathing tube put in. She was just born. Aw. Looked like her mommy, Amanda. Amanda was real pretty too. Jed's first baby, Jed's daughter. Oh, this was when they first they dated in 8th grade. Charlie and Angie dated in 8th grade, right? And then Charlie moved with his dad in Maryland, Annapolis, Maryland. And he moved back here and they started dating again. He said, Mom, I'm going to marry that girl. I said, okay. And that's Ariana from her first marriage. That's the one that has the 2 babies now, Nori and Cohen. She lives right next door to my sister Vicky. Ariana does. Isn't that weird? Her and her husband Daniel bought a house right next to Vicky in Somerton. Charlie and Ariana. Look how young Charlie was. If you watch the where the bikes come back into the clubhouse, that's the guy I walk up to and say, there's my Charlie. That's Ariana, Angie, and Slade, when Slade was born. And there's Elena, she was crying. Oh, no, that's Slade. I was like, oh, don't cry. The sun finally popped out good. Angel Lydia, yes. Smash cakes, what a great idea. Also, Astigo Island has one. No, I think it was Cape Cod. No, shoot. Cape Cod was the one in North Carolina. Shit. It'll come to me. If I stop thinking about it, it'll come to me. No, it's not that either. It's not Chino. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Thanks, Buttercup Baby, but it's not that either. Probably smell him before you saw him. Oh my gosh. Lauren and Charlie go there every year with their 2 sons. Ugh. I just got to stop thinking about it and it'll come to me. Look at Ariana when she was in grade school. Hard to believe she's grown up, married, got 2 babies of her own. And that's Ariana. When the twins were first born, I bought them little outfits for them because she was having professional pictures done. Elena and Slade. Look at Elena's chubby little cheeks. OMG. And that's them at my house under the Christmas tree. There's Elena. We always said she looked like a deer in the headlights. That's Slade and Elena. When they were born, they were premature, of course. Twins usually are. Slade, his lungs weren't fully developed, so they had to rush him to Children's Hospital in Columbus. And I said, we ought to take Elena up there and lay her next to Slade. So we did, and they touched each other's hands, and he got better after that. But me and the other grandma, oh, Elena's crying. Me and the other grandma, little Slade, she's crying here too. Me and the other grandma, and Angie, we went up to see him. Charlie was already up there. Angie had come home to be with Elena and get some rest, and we drove her back up there. And I said, let's take Elena with us, because Elena, we had never done that. And I said, let's take her with us, and the nurses let us lay her in the bed with Slade. And they held each other's hand, because, twins are in the womb together, and he was missing her. At least that's what I believe. Oh my gosh, they're 18 now. Look, see, they're holding hands there. Oh. 18 years old now. Oh my goodness. They're one of them walkers. This was not as old as that one that Jed was in. Oh, Jessica's friend Carrie, another best friend, the one that she just went to those real pretty rocks with. Oh, I can't think of the name of that place either. But her and Carrie just got back. They went to Vegas first, then they went on to Arizona. Some really pretty painted rocks or something. Well, anyways, Carrie, she vends too. She sells crystals, the same as Jessica. She saw this twin stroller somebody put out on the sidewalk. She snatched it up, put it in her van, and mailed it to me. And that's that stroller. Wasn't that nice? Yeah, right, Nino? They're 18 now. 18. Oh my gosh. Elmo. They loved Elmo. As you can see, yeah, them babies grew up with grandma. Well, both parents have to work. And that was them crawling on the floor. That's when I lived in a frickin' trailer in a trailer park. Sliding them blue eyes. Elena, she slept like that. That's when they first started crawling. And my cat, Kiefer, would do drive-bys on them and scratch them. Poor little things. I tried to get him to stop, and he wouldn't do it. And Angie told Charlie to tell me if I didn't get rid of that cat, she wasn't bringing them babies over there again. And I was like, threaten me with a good time. Right? Because I wouldn't have to watch them. And I never felt like I should charge anything because they're my grandkids, you know? Why would you charge your kids for watching your grandkids? So I never did. And once in a great while, you know, I'd say, well, Kim, I need gas money. You know, but I didn't charge hourly to watch my grandkids. There's Ariana and Slade. Slade had real long hair when he was whittle. Oh, look at that tie-dyed pillow. My tie-dyed pillow. There's Slade with his long hair. He's sweeping Grandma's driveway. There's that bad dog, Hojo. That's Slade and Elena and little Gracie, JR's little girl in the middle. And there's Les in the background. That's when he looked pretty rough. From the cancer, he was losing a lot of weight. And there's Ariana and Keith trying to fix her necklace. And there's Slade. See how long his hair was? And it was curly. He had curls in the back. You don't charge your kids either? No. I mean, who does that? Look at Slade. Anyway, she was like, tell your mom, get rid of that cat, or I'm not bringing them babies over there anymore. And I was like, threaten me with a good time. But that's Slade and Leonidas. Leonidas was just born. Slade with his long hair. Leonidas was a surprise baby. There's Ariana, Charlie, Angie, Jed in the chair and tell by his tattoos. I bought them that wading pool for their birthday. Must have been their first or second. Looks like their second. I Googled it. On the last Wednesday of July, the Virginia herd of horses is rounded up and swam from Alcatraz Island to nearby. Oh, okay. But the place where we went, and Lauren and Charlie always went, is not a... I don't think it's an island. It's just a beach where people go. Like Virginia Beach. It's a really popular beach where people go. And there's wild horses there and lighthouses. It's really, really popular. Not Myrtle Beach, not Virginia Beach. I just can't think of it because my brain, like Blackbird says. There's me. You can see my hair. Can't see my face, but you can see my hair. Look at them. You guys probably get tired of looking at... Oh my gosh, this is Key West. This is Key West. Oh, that's New River Gorge right there. See the parachute? That's New River Gorge, West Virginia. See the parachute? And yeah, they have two that deploy, and one didn't open. I was like, oh, his parachute didn't open. And then I realized, oh, wait, there's a second one. And in Key West, roosters ran all over the place. I don't know if there's a rooster in that picture or not. No, I don't think so. But roosters run free in Key West. They're not allowed, you're not allowed to kill them. But yeah, there's the thing that they stand on over the bridge and they jump off with parachutes. And that's Sloppy Joe's. Had to go to Sloppy Joe's on Duval Street in Key West. That's the motorhome they used to have when they went all over the world. There's a picture of Guy's back because I like these tattoos. Me and him hung around all night, going from campsite to campsite. That's back when I got high. We were smoking and drinking all night long, me and him. We was buddies. And that's another guy who was vending next to Jessica. I can't even remember these people's names. And there's Jessica bringing the dinghy. See, they anchored their boat out and they didn't have to pay slip rent. And then you were allowed to do that. And then they just rode the little dinghy in to the key, and I think they were at the Big Pine Key, the first key. These two were a couple. They vended next to Jessica. Yep, there's the boat. That's the bigger boat. The smaller boat she still has in her backyard in Circleville. They brought it all the way from the Keys and never took it out again. There's Hemingway's house where the six-toed cats live. Everything was closed, though. We couldn't go in there. Oh, there's Jessica's booth. There's some more hippie people that vend. There's the boat, but you can barely see that. There's the boat again. Oh, this is when she vended out of a frickin' storage unit. That was the only place she could vend. She vended out of a storage unit and then advertised all over the place. There's their motorhome, one of them. Her and Matt, the first husband, they went all over the place. And they stayed out wherever it was warm. They were in Joshua Tree. They stayed in Arizona. And then when it was cold, in the winter they went south, and then in the summer they came back around here. So I only got to see her like once a year. That's a cool picture, black and white. I like black and white pictures. There's her bringing the dinghy in. This is before babies. Oh, there's me rappelling. I rappelled in the woods, in Woodsfield, Pyatt Park it's called. The woods at Woodsfield where Jessie lives. I was rappelling. I never did climb, but I rappelled. Now there's that church. They call church. That's that rock downstairs. They're called churches. And there's some guy behind us that sold a bunch of churches. And that's Jessica. They picked this sage in California. They picked this sage themselves, dried it out, and rolled it into bundles and sell it in their booth. All that sage right there. I think she's making jewelry, though, in that picture. I have that sweatshirt. She gave me that sweatshirt. This is when she had dreadlocks. She cut them all off. And that's Tacoma. That's the dog that knows all the commands I was talking about when I was on my walk the other day. That was the Kelpie, Tacoma. She has the prettiest eyes. Or had. She died of old age. She's buried in Bridgeport, Ohio, in Matt's mom's backyard. Because Matt will never have his own property. That's the churches that those guys were selling. Right behind Jessica's booth. That was in Quartzsite, Arizona, right here, guys. That was in Quartzsite, Arizona at the big gym show. They flew me out there, and I helped her work, and I slept in a tent. We slept in a tent, me and her and Matt. Oh, good times. And I remember it was during the Super Bowl, and one person had a TV in their camper, so I got to listen to the Super Bowl. There's Elena. Slade, that was their first birthday. That's their little smash cakes. Slade, he's cheesing with his eyes closed like his grandma and his aunt. Oh, there's Charlie. Shoot, got that glare again. There's Elena, Slade, Leonidas, and Charlie. Oh, there's Chicago. Chicago, the toddling town. Who is that? That's Sarah and Brandon, but who's that next to me? Is that Ariana? Oh, that must be Sarah's sister, Jenny. I don't think Ariana ever went. Brandon and Sarah, or Angie and Charlie did, but Ariana didn't. That's me, Chicago. That's the Navy Pier, where the big Ferris wheel is. I have pictures of, these are the same birthday. Oh, look at Leonidas. Oh, this is, that's J-Bo. That's J-Bo and their son. I can't remember his name. And that's his wife, Dora. What was their son's name? That's at the beach at New Jersey. New Jersey Shore. And we stayed at the frickin' Trump Taj Mahal. Sorry. And that's Keith holding J-Bo's son. I can't remember the little boy's name. Darn it. And that's him in the stroller. And there's where we stayed. Didn't he file bankruptcy on that? Oh, Cher's hands. My hands fit exactly in Cher's hands. And there's Jimi Hendrix. That was at the Hard Rock Cafe. And there was the room at the Taj Mahal. It was a nice room. Who's this? I can't read it. I can't read it. Kenny Rogers. Oh my gosh. Kenny Rogers. That's the Hard Rock. That's Madonna's outfit, one of them. There's the room. That's the night he won $1,000 playing poker. Oh, I got this playhouse at a yard sale for Slade and Elena. That must have been the second birthday. Second or third. Look at him looking out the window. Charlie took this little playhouse apart and took it up to Nelson's Ledges. It's an old rock quarry where they have music festivals. And he put it back together when we got there. That's Toya, me, and Marcy in Pittsburgh for Sarah's wedding shower. Anyways, yeah, Charlie took their clubhouse with me. We was pulling in the gate, and the guy taking the gatekeeper, we call them gatekeepers. Look at Slade's eyes. That was taking the money. He said, look at these kids. They travel with their own clubhouse. There's Mom in front of the King Pumpkin. And we always have the Pumpkin Festival in Barnesville. There's Keith working on cars. I refinanced my house to build this big garage. And he said, I'll work on cars. I'll paint them. And he did. He could. I'll work on them. I'll paint them. I'll pay off the mortgage in half time. He didn't. He started getting into coke and meth. That all went to hell. He moved out. Well, I booted him to the curb. And then I had to do everything. Oh, that's at a Renaissance Festival in Atlanta when Brandon lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I had to do everything, and I didn't make my mortgage payment and lost that house. This is at the Renaissance Festival. I was a performer there. Me and Marcy in front of Grandma's house. We were washing down the house that day. Every year we'd wash down the house for Mom. Either me and her, Vicky, or me by myself. Oh, this is when we went to Ocean City, and Charlie was working on boats. He was fiberglassing, and that's what his dad did for a living. And that's where Charlie worked. Anyways, he got to take the boat out. He's got his Black Sabbath t-shirt on, I think. Is that Black Sabbath? Yeah, it is Black Sabbath. So he got to take the boat. That's Matt. That's Jessica's first husband. And so he was going real fast in that boat, just jumping it up and down. There's Jessica. It was fun. Good times. That's his shop where he worked. Or no, he was a mechanic for the boats. There's his toolbox. He wasn't a fiberglasser. David was, but... And that's a motel we was in Ocean City, Maryland. Jessica in the pool. David wasn't, or Charlie wasn't he was working on the motors of the boats. Brandon, Sarah, and this is Jamie. This is the girl that Charlie was dating. That's how I met Keith, because Charlie was dating her. She went to Ocean City with us to see Charlie. That's when he was living down there with his dad. And that's Jamie. That's Jamie. Cute girl. And this is oh, shoot. Rosie talks about it all the time. That's, shoot. Baltimore, Maryland. This is Baltimore. Charlie took us to Baltimore. It was bad. I mean, it was, you had to know where you could go, where you couldn't go. Like Rosie always says. That's where he worked. Charlie. Now he's he was a diesel mechanic. Now he has his own garage. There's Baltimore. We went to a museum there. And that's us going over to that island that I can't think of the frickin' name of. And that's one of the lighthouses at the island. I keep calling it an island. Well, it was an island where we had to go see the lighthouses, but it was a beach where everybody goes every year. There's some horses. There's the horses. There's the cabin we had. Shoot, I wish I could. Oh, maybe it is Cape Hatteras. Does this say Cape Hatteras? It does. It was Cape Hatteras. My bad. I kept saying that, but then see, always trust yourself. I second guess myself a lot. Yeah, it was Cape Hatteras. And there's the hot tub. There's Jessica. Anyways, I drove all the way because Brandon got these 2 cabins and her mom and dad canceled. I don't know why. So he called me up and said, hey, you want to come down here? and have the other cabin. There's Brandon. Look how young. I was like, sure. So I'm driving. Me, Jessica, Jed, and his girlfriend at the time. Amanda was her name. Amanda Hendershot. Anyways, I'm driving, and Jessica said, oh, I'll help you. I said, well, please don't get drunk the night before. Please get sleep. Please. I don't want to drive all the way there and back by myself. What happens? She got drunk. She didn't help me drive. She slept the whole way. There's Jessica, Brandon, Sarah, me. Is that Amanda? Anyways, oh no, that's Jed. The rest of the people got cut off. There's Amanda got cut off. There's where you climbed up into the only lighthouse that we could go up into. There's Jessica. Look how tan she was. Her and Charlie and Jed always get real dark. And Landon does too. Is that when she still had her dreadlocks there. I have a picture of her when she first cut her dreadlocks. She looked like a movie star. Oh, Les's girlfriend at the time, Terry, picked us up in a limousine the first time we went to Vegas. And that's Vicky in the hot tub. But that's the limousine that Terry picked us up in. And there's Vicky. That's the pool. Oh, bless you, Eli. Marcy and Vicky in the pool. Me in the condo Les rented for us. Condo. Oh, there's us at the dam. The dam that Rosie always goes to. There's Mom, me, Marcy, Vicky, Terry. That was Les's girlfriend at the time. Boulder Dam. Is that the name of it? Emma, are you in here? There's us in Vegas. There's the Taj Mahal, fake Taj Mahal. Or is that Paris? Is that the Eiffel Tower? That might be the Eiffel Tower. Mom, Marcy, Terry. Is that Les? Yeah, Les up ahead. There's Vicky. Vicky. That's that place Rosie took us to. Shoot. She was with Mr. Z and it's an Old Town or something. She was with Mr. Z and Monkey Boy. And she took us to this place. We toured it. We went there. Anyways, there's Vegas. My brother lived there. Terry was an excellent tour guide. She was. That's the pool, the condo where we stayed at. There's that place where, I think it's Old Town. I don't know. Rosie knows. That's the place where Rosie took us. She's been there a couple times. There's Marcy. Look how young. Oh, this was right after 9/11, and they had memorials to the firefighters and the police. That was right after 9/11. That's the Harley place we went to. They were hanging bras over Las Vegas, and I took my bra off and threw it in there. We went to the Harley store, so my bra got to hang over Vegas at one point in time. I can't remember what year. Mister, it's so good to see you. I wish Blackbird would. All he has to do is ask Rosie, will you help me? I've told him, everybody's told him, will you help me unblock people? And then he can unblock you. And I've sent him the simplest of tutorials. Believe me, I watched them. I picked a simple one. Oh, Bill Ellis. Hey, Bill Ellis. Yes, Baltimore. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, that's where my son saw somebody get shot. Well, I saw somebody get shot right here. Not in this town, but the Bethesda where Landon and Riley lived. That's a story for another day. But anyways, how you doing, Bill? You still in Vietnam, Bill? Mister, yeah, we sent him a real simple video, me and Gracie both, and he didn't do it. He needs to do it. Yeah, Rosie said she was working on it. Yeah, I know, me and her both. All he has to do is say, hey, Rosie, you got a minute to help me unblock Mister Saigon? Okay, thanks, Bill. Yeah, I hope it happens, Mister. Miss you in there. There's me. There's the Statue of Liberty. Is that stuff still in Vegas? Because I don't remember seeing it when we went. There's the damn dam. I don't remember seeing it when we went to Vegas to me and my two sisters when we met Rosie and Blackbird and Mr. Z. I don't remember seeing that. There's the dam. There's Mommy, Terry, Vicky, and Marcy. Oh, thanks, Bill. If you haven't been in here from the beginning, you can go back and watch from the beginning. There's the dam. There's the Harley. Vegas Harley. There's Brandon and Sarah at that Cape Hatteras. Or is that the Keys? They went to the Keys too. Yeah, there it is. Cape Hatteras Light Station, National Historic Landmark. There's Brandon and Sarah on the ferry. Look how young. Brandon went to the Pittsburgh Art Institute right out of high school, and that's where he met Sarah. She's from Pittsburgh. Her parents still live in Pittsburgh, and her older sister and her younger sister. They had 3 girls, her parents. Anyways, his first job was doing videos for movies when airplanes used to show movies. And he took me to the vault where all the old movies were. I wish I would have been filming back then. That's on top of that lighthouse. There's Amanda, Brandon's girlfriend at the time, Sarah, me, Jessica. It was really windy up there. I don't think Amanda was into it. Me and Jessica. Me on the ferry. Anyways, yeah, Brandon lived in Atlanta, Georgia. That was his first job out of the Art Institute. He was copying videos. He took me to this vault where all the old movies are in this big, big, giant canisters. There's Jessica on the beach at Cape Hatteras. She got the Tree of Life tattoo on her leg. She has other tattoos, but she doesn't have a lot then. She was young, just getting them. One of the lighthouses, we couldn't go in because of construction. Oh my gosh, that's Charlie and Angie. Or no. That's Jessica's wedding to Matt, the first husband. That's Ariana, the one that lives next door to my sister, has the 2 kids. Angie, her mom behind her, then Charlie over Angie's left shoulder. Keith with his arm around Charlie. Jesse, best friend, holding Elena. Seth, he's still Jesse's friend. He's a good friend of Jesse's, and he was Jessica's bartender. And there's Woodsy, Dave. They call him Woodsy, Woods. That's the kid's dad, and right behind him is Jed. And then Jared, that's David's son from his first marriage. Jared was out there to the birthday party, Slade and Elena's. I didn't film. I should have filmed, man. They blew stuff up and everything. I don't know why I didn't film. There's Elena and Slade at the... It was either the Good Zoo in Oglebay or it was the zoo in... Peyton when he first started ball. The baller. It was the zoo at Oglebay Park or it was the zoo at Columbus. One of them. All these fun times and memories provided by all of you. Thanks. Enjoyed every second, every laugh, every joyful tear. Love you all more, Mom. That's for when I'm no longer here. That's for them to read. And this phone a while ago said low battery, so I'm going to have to go downstairs and plug it in. At least I remember to plug it in because, Mister, have you seen these? Have you seen these pictures? You might have. That's me, Vicky. That's Marcy, Vicky, me, Rosie, Mr. Z. When I met Rosie and Mr. Z in Vegas. And then there's me and the bird. He's got a Heineken and a cigarette in one hand. I didn't know if you'd seen those or not. All right, I'm going to get downstairs or this thing is going to die. I'll close these curtains because I don't want it heating up the room. I still have my mismatched curtains, guys. Oh, this is, Matt made me this, Jessica's first husband. It's made out of grapevine, and it's a Indian dream catcher. He put a crystal in the middle of it and put feathers on it. Some of Jessica's beads. I still have it. That was years ago. All right, let's go downstairs. Eli's taking a nap. He got tired of bugging me for whatever reason whatever he was wanting, he's over it. He said, F it, I'm going to go to sleep. Oh, there's Brandon and Sarah and me at Six Flags over Georgia when they lived there. And then me and Jessica. Or no, that's the Renaissance Fair. That's the Renaissance Fair in Georgia. Went to Stone Mountain when I was in Georgia. That's me and Jessica. That's at Six Flags over Atlanta. I love those old-timey photos. The woman said, look mean. The one that took the picture. She said, look mean. And there's the twins, Slade and Elena. There's Ida, little Ida. I don't have any baby pictures of Edith up here. And there's us when we were young. We were all young. And there's us when we were young. We were all young. Me, Brandon, Jessica, Charlie, and Jed. All right, I'll get down here and plug this in. I don't want to keep talking. Man, I really enjoyed this. Got my yard mowed. Doing a live. Guess Eli's taking his nap. That's probably what he wanted me to do. Because we always take a nap around 3. I know it's way past 3. Oh, it's 4:35. Wow. All right. Now I can concentrate on the chat. Let's plug this in. The other day, it was so funny. When I was walking around the park, dummy me. Oh, it's not plugged in. Darn it. Dummy me, oh, yes, it is. I didn't hear it go. Well, maybe I won't because it's live. I didn't hear it go. You know how it goes ping when you plug your phone in. I got in the car, right, when I was walking around. I can't even tell it's charging. Anyways, I forgot to plug the phone in when I got in the car. So the live ended. Yeah, it is getting close to beer 30, and I'm beerless. I'm beerless, mister. I was going to jump in the shower after my mowing and then go do that, go get supplies, as I call it. Oh, thanks, mister. You know, Riley always talks about you. Oh, yeah, the teenagers, that one upstairs, a big one. Yeah, they were all teenagers. Yeah, they don't smile. Yeah, Eli, he's pretty cute. I think I'll keep him. And then let's talk about Brandon's job. The coral wild horses are located in the northernmost beaches of the Outer Banks. Outer Banks, yes, that's what it is. Thanks, Buttercup. Finally, it was the Outer Banks. Yes, that's where Brandon had the 2 rooms, the 2 little oceanfront rooms or whatever. Yes, it was the Outer Banks. That's where Lauren and Charlie go every year for their vacation. They love it. They want to someday retire and move down there. You have a 6-pack in the fridge? Well, that's nice. It's near Cape Hatteras. Okay, yes. Outer Banks. I'll freaking have that fried in my brain now so I remember. That's terrible. I can't remember. I have CRS. Can't remember shit. Outer Banks, yes. That's one place I'd like to go back to. Also, I want to go back to New Orleans. I want to go back to Outer Banks. Been to Washington like 3 times. But Brandon's second job, let's see. He was a videographer for court cases. He had to do court depositions. He had to film them. And they sent him to, the rum capital of the world. Was it Puerto Rico, where they make the rum? They flew him there for a deposition, put him up in a hotel, and give him a per diem, and plus paid him his regular salary. And he toured a rum factory. And then he went to just being a security guard. Now he's a security guard for the Chicago White Sox, even though he's a Cubs fan, and a security guard for the Blackhawks. And then he security guard when they have concerts at the United Center in Chicago. Next time I go back there, I want to take you down to the Navy Pier and take you to the Bean and the fountain, the Married with Children fountain. We just, it was for Peyton's graduation, 8th grade graduation, and we went hiking, which was fun. We did a 4-mile hike. Our family's big into hiking. At the Starved Rock. I always remember that name because it's weird. Starved Rock. It's just a weird name. And so next time I'll show you some of the sights. But the one, it used to be the Willis Tower. Bye, Nino. Enjoy the rest of your day. You gonna go on your bike ride now? Have an awesome rest of your day, Nino. I'll see you probably later in Blackbird's chat. Oh, what was I talking about? Was I talking about Chicago? I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Used to be, it was the Sears Tower, I think, and then it was called the Willis Tower. I don't know if it's changed names again, but you can go up in there and you can go out on this glass enclosed box. And Jesse was afraid to go out. Brandon didn't even go out, but I went out on there. I wasn't scared. It was cool. I have pictures of that somewhere. Oh, probably on Facebook. You almost bought a place on Oak Island but couldn't decide, and then months later a hurricane came and flooded the island. Wow, yes, you did dodge that catastrophe. Oh my goodness, Buttercup baby. Well, thanks for coming to my live, Nino. I appreciate that. Well, I get when people come in here and get to talk to people. It's awesome. I better stop rocking because it's making the camera move. I sit down in this rocky chair and I automatically start rocking. I probably shouldn't be on here too much longer because I got to get in the shower yet. I got to go get some supplies. Oh, I won, what ticket is it? I spent, I think it was $5 on scratch-offs, and I won, what was it? Maybe it was $4. I won $5 anyway, so I got 5 more tickets, and then I won this. So 2, and then 2 times would make it 8. Because it's $4, and then 2 times 4 would be 8. So I got to get 8 more tickets. Cash explosion 5 times. I got to get 8 more tickets, and then that's what I'm going to do when I go out. Oh, thanks, mister. Yeah, I got more to do on it. But thank you. Yeah. Did you see the video? My grandson Peyton put it together of when I was in Chicago, of before and after. He kind of did a little movie. Oh my gosh, yeah, it was terrible. I got through it. Somehow, lots of blood, sweat, and tears. Literally, I got through it. And yeah, because I cut myself once with the X-Acto knife. There was the blood. Then I cried because of it was just, especially that bathroom. And then I was actually sweating. Sweat was like dripping off of me. Because I had those coveralls on that Jed gave me from his work. He's a diesel mechanic for gas and oil. Works on the trucks and the oil rigs. And anyways, he gave me these coveralls, and I was sweating because it was warm in here. But I didn't want to get any of that stuff on me. So, yeah, literally blood, sweat, and tears went in. But I'm so glad because I got to save the house because it was my grandma's and then my mommy's. So, and it's my house, It beats the heck out of living in an apartment. I mean, the apartment was great, don't get me wrong. That apartment was beautiful. A lot of good things about it. Like if something broke, they were there within 24 hours. They had a dumpster for the trash. You didn't have no trash bill, no water bill. I mean, a lot of good things. A lot of good people lived there. And it was safe. It was a locked building, so you had to have a key to get in. I mean, I'm not scared or anything, but that's just the good points of and they shoveled they mowed, they shoveled in the winter. Just the perks of living in the apartment. So don't get me wrong. I mean, it was nice. I appreciated it. But there's nothing like having your own home. You can decorate it the way you want. You can have as many pets as you want. Play your music loud because there's no neighbors sharing a wall. And some people do that anyways, but I would never do it. Just out of respect for my neighbors. But yeah, here I can cut loose. I can tell Ziggy to play music I named my Alexa Ziggy because every time Blackbird said Alexa, my Alexa would go off and say the same thing his did. It got to be, ah! So I changed the name to Ziggy. That was one of the names you could pick on the settings. And Andy told me, Jessica's husband, he said you can pick a different name too. If you go further into it, you can pick a name of your choosing. I didn't know you could do that. I just thought you had to use the names that they gave you in the settings. Let's see. What can we play? You might get struck though. Bang some ZZ Top. What do you want to hear? I mean, I don't know. I'm doing a live. See, I record and upload, it just gives me it says copyright, but it doesn't take the stream down. But I wonder if I get a copyright on YouTube Live, will it take my whole stream down? I don't know. I haven't a clue. Probably not, because I'm not monetized, but I don't know. What do you want to hear, Mr. from ZZ Top? I used to have the original ZZ Top keychain. I lost it somewhere down the line. That's a song. Somewhere down the line, I almost got lost. I almost got lost. I almost got lost. Somewhere down the line. I can't think who sings that song, but we were tripping one time. It was winter. We were tripping, and it was a big snowstorm. It was New Year's Eve. We were going to some party. We got lost, and that song came on the radio. And we were all like, ah! Laughing and singing as loud as we could. It was hilarious. No, Donnie Marie. Buttercup Baby, you cracked me up. Donnie Marie. Who sings that song? Must got lost. Not Martha Hoople. Somebody sings it. What do you want to hear, mister? Oh, Bill Ellis said Donnie and Marie. Oh, what's that? California Sober, is it? Ziggy, play Willie Nelson and Billy Strings, California Sober.
California Sober by Billy Strings, featuring Willie Nelson on Amazon Music.
If you guys ever get a chance to see Billy Strings in concert, definitely do. Always seeing double. At least somebody did that looked a lot like me. Willie's joining in this. Yeehaw! Yeah, banjo player. He's a good banjo player at Billy Strings. He writes his music too. That's a good ZZ Top song. I can't think. Jeez. Sugar cane. California sober, as they say. No other way. California sober, as they say. Hey, Sonny, happy Friday. Thanks for joining the live stream. I was telling you guys about Gene getting busted the second time he went to prison. I think it was a bathtub out there, and they thought he was taking a bath in it. And there was a big newspaper article. I'll have to find that and read it to you sometime. Said he was taking a bath in the bathtub. No, he was watering plants. Cheapsteak boogie. Oh, that is a good one, Buttercup baby. To the cheapsteak boogie. Billy Strings also sings Dust in a Baggie. If you guys care to listen to that sometime. California sober, I said, oh, it's over. On my shoulder always wins. Under pressure. Isn't that Queen's song? Does ZZ Top do Under Pressure song too? Under pressure. That's a Queen song, I know that. One of Queen's songs. Okay, who said first? Was it Buttercup Baby? What one was it? Tube Steak Boogie. Ziggy, play Tube Steak Boogie by ZZ Top.
Tube Snake Boogie by ZZ Top.
I said
on
steak, didn't
Amazon
I?
Music.
So did Buttercup. Was that a joke? Is that why you put a laughy face? Buttercup, did you do that Tube Steak Boogie on purpose? Ziggy, what's going on? Ziggy, stop. Ziggy, stop. What the heck was that? Ziggy, play Tube Steak Boogie by ZZ Top.
Tube Snake Boogie by ZZ Top.
I did it
on
again.
Amazon Music.
I said steak again. I must have steak on the brain. I don't. I'll do that next. Under Pressure. I don't remember Under Pressure. Did Queen copy it? Oh yeah. Got me under pressure. Yeah, I know that one. Thanks, Buttercup baby. Yeah, got me under pressure. Cause Under Pressure is by Queen. Under pressure. When she boogie, she did a Tube Steak Boogie. Boogie woogie all night long. I got a gal, she lives on the hill. She won't home. I don't know those lyrics. To do the Tube Steak Boogie. Boogie woogie baby. Boogie woogie all night long. Tube Snake Boogie. I got a gal, she lives on the hill. She won't do it, but her sister will. She do the boogie. Play Streamed Steak Blues by Marshall. Steamed Steak? Steamed? I guess it's hard to say. Play Steamed Steak Blues by Marshall Camus. Oh my gosh, Bill. That's hilarious. Thanks for that. Yeah, Ziggy's gonna be yelling at me like Alexa does. To Blackbird. Ziggy's gonna start yelling at me. Boogie woogie baby. Boogie woogie all night long. Blow your top. Okay, what was the next one? The next one was Got Me Under Pressure. And then, Marshall Camus. Yeah, I don't think Ziggy will find that one, Bill, but that was freaking hilarious. Gonna miss him, though. I know all the trolls will. But you know what? He didn't get trolled as much on his nomadic Chicagoan YouTube channel. When he did the thing with Rich Life of road trips, man, they come in, was trolling Rich Life bad, and Rich Life left. He couldn't take it. He left. Elvis was like, you got to put up with that. You know, you just got to ignore him. And he was telling Elvis to take people out. And Elvis was trying to get views, and, you know, he didn't want to take people out, but he did. Oh, what's the next one? Ziggy, play Got Me Under Pressure by ZZ Top.
Got Me Under Pressure, 2008 remastered by ZZ Top on Amazon Music.
2008. It exists only in my brain. Oh, shit. Is he doing that because I'm talking? He shouldn't do that, though, just because I'm talking. Oh, okay. Maybe it's outside interference. I have no idea. I got him in front of a window, so it could be outside interference. She likes wearing lipstick. She likes French cuisine. Got me under pressure. He's my favorite mistake. That's a good way of putting it, Bill. He's my favorite mistake. She likes whips and chains and cocaine. Under pressure. So this is apparently a song about a girlfriend he had that liked for him to buy her stuff. High maintenance. That's the words I was looking for. High maintenance gal. Or some may say a cocaine hoe. Because you mentioned cocaine. Yeah, it's a good song. I remember this song. Next we'll play Queen, Under Pressure. I love Queen. I want to go to London. I want to see where Freddie Mercury lived. I wish Harvey... What, the cocaine hoe? Buttercup baby. I wish Harvey would take us to Freddie Mercury's house. Pretty sure Ozzy, they have a house there too. Under pressure. Oh, thanks, Cindy Talks. Happy Friday, TGIF. Welcome to the stream. I'm sitting here showing you the same. Your sister was just in London, Sonny? Awesome. I did a book report on it. I think it was the 4th grade, 5th grade, something like that. And ever since then, I've been fascinated by it. I want to go there. I could probably, so Harvey said I could stay there. I could stay at Harvey's house. It'd be fun. Harvey can show me all around. I'll make him leave the house and show me everything. Because he never wants to leave. I still got to put some kind of floor down on the kitchen. Yeah, I'm plugged in. I'm attached right now. I should plug it into my power pack, then I could show you around. But I've done other videos on the house. You can check them out at your leisure. I started out showing everybody how I mowed the grass today. People just like somebody, it was somebody, in Elvis's stream. They said, "Oh, she's saying the big thing that she does in her life or something was mowing the grass." I thought, it takes an hour and a half to mow that grass. You don't even know. It's like Elvis couldn't do it, not even for half an hour. Yeah, he was trying to get me. He was messing with me. Elvis was. It was funny. Ziggy, play Under Pressure by
What do you
Queen.
want me to play?
Oh, Ziggy. Did you hear him? What do you want me to play? He's smart mouthing me. Ziggy, play Under Pressure by Queen.
Under Pressure, digital remaster by Queen and David Bowie on Amazon Music.
I don't like the digital remaster. That's not. Oh, yeah, it is. I thought it was Ice Ice Baby. I wonder if this will stretch that far. Let's see. I think it's a 10-foot cord. Let's see, maybe if I do it right. The pressure, something down on me, pushing down on me. This is my turntable where Ziggy sits. I'm going to show you my Grateful Dead sticker. So I got a 3-pack of stickers. Sent 2 to Blackbird. A bigger one he put on his surfboard. The other one he's put on his bike. You can see it every once in a while in front of his bike and on his surfboard. That's my little record player, just like the one Blackbird had in his Chinese landlord lady's room he rented. This is my album collection in an old-fashioned milk crate from Dean Foods, whatever that was. Whatever that is, I'll show you some of my records. Oh, they got cat hairs all over them. Don't mind the cat hairs. Cypress Hill. I seen them in purpose, man. Or purpose. Oh my gosh. I seen them in person. I seen them at Lollapalooza. Never made it to Ozfest. Never got to see Ozzy. But Lollapalooza. These are old. CCR. There's an antique store uptown that sells records for cheap. Eric Clapton. And I have a list of these records. I follow this guy on YouTube, Jethro Tull, Aqualung. I have a collection of, records written down that are worth like thousands, but I haven't seen any of them yet. Used to have Cypress Hill album, Buttercup Baby. Awesome. That's so cool. Anyways, I've never found any of them yet. Elvis, Aloha from Hawaii, via satellite. Via satellite. Somebody told me to get this record. I forget who it was. Was it you, Bill? Or you, Mister? Somebody told me a while ago to get this. It's really good. It has a lot of good songs. For my Elvis. Why can't we give love, give love, give love, give love, give love? Willie Nelson, tougher than leather. An old-fashioned Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard. What a combo. Let's see what some of the songs are. I should drop the needle, huh? Drop the needle. Poncho and Lefty. It's my lazy day, my Mary, half a man, reasons to quit, no reason to quit. Still water runs the deepest. Oh, I know that song. Under pressure. Under pressure. I love Queen. I love Freddie Mercury. Johnny Cash. That's an old one. Rock Island Line. Get rhythm. When you get old, get rhythm. Train of Love. Hey Porter. Oh, that's old. The Wreck of the Old 97. I heard that. Lonesome Whistle. Home of the Blues. Wide Open. Oh, I should play that. I should play the Rock Island Line and Hey Porter. Wonder what year this was. Does not say. Yeah, that's old. Ziggy, play Rock Island Line by Johnny Cash.
Rock Island Line by Johnny Cash, featuring the Tennessee 2 on Amazon Music.
Beatlemania.
Now this here is a story about the Rock Island Line. Well, the Rock Island Line, she runs down in the New Orleans.
That's an old one, this Beatles.
There's a big toll gate down there, and you know
It was owned by
on board when you go through the toll gate.
Molly Zach.
That's the way the man knows toll. Well, the train driver, he pulled up to the toll gate, and the man hollered and asked him what all he had on board, and he said, I got livestock, I got livestock, I got
This one makes me want to dance.
pigs, I got sheep, I got mules, I got all livestock. Well, they said, you're all right.
Oh my gosh, the monkeys.
You don't have to pay no toll, you can just go right on through. So he went on through the toll gate.
Michael Nesmith, Peter Tork, Davy Jones. Who was the drummer? Mickey York? Oh, wait a minute. Michael Nesbitt. Yeah, Mickey York. Peter Tork. No, Mickey Dolans was the drummer. Jeez. Michael, Mickey, Peter, Davy. Okay. I'm getting these all to where I can't. Okay, I'll put them over here on the ivory tower. Bob Dylan. Look how young. Yeah. Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station. Kansas. Three Dog Night. That's when they had all of them, not just three. That's really old. Three Dog Night. What was the other Johnny Cash? No, I buried it. Wait a minute. What was the other Johnny Cash I wanted to hear? Hey Porter. Ziggy, play Hey Porter by Johnny Cash.
Here's Hey Porter by Johnny Cash, featuring the Tennessee 2.
The Doors, a soft parade. I love the Doors. I wanted to show you the picture of Morrison. Geez, Jim Morrison. I couldn't think of his name. My brain. The picture of Jim Morrison I have above my bed. It's a picture of the. Me too, right? Album art is the best. He has the necklace around his neck and he has his shirt off. Iconic picture. Oh. Speaking of pictures, I'm knocking the sisters down. Oh, my prince. This is purple. This was from Wally World, unfortunately, but that's where it came from. Isn't that pretty? Purple Rain. I've watched that movie so many times. I don't want to put nothing on top of this one. I'll put it up on this. I got them laying on the ivory tower. Let's see. Look at the baby faces. See what this art looks like. Oh, it's got different pictures. Look at him. My brother, man, he loved them. He saw them a lot. He took pictures of them. I gave them to his ex-wife, Dorinda. She lives in, not Denver, Colorado. Shoot. Colorado Springs. She lives in Colorado Springs. I gave her the pictures that he took of him at a concert. He was right up. He always got right up in front of the great big giant speakers. That's why he was hard of hearing. Yeah, I think so too. This is their last tour, though, supposed to be. Anyways, he had some awesome pictures of them. I gave them to her. I gave them to Dorinda. Hey, Porter. Hey, Porter. Oh, look how young. OMG. Shouldn't be smoking, Mick. Oh, well. Look how young. Oh, my gosh. don't think he smokes now. Does he? He might. I don't know. I have no clue. What else you guys want to hear? You saw him in Oakland? Nice, Bill. I saw him in Pittsburgh. Dorinda came up here from Colorado Springs and went with us, and then we saw him, me and the two sisters and Dorinda. Then we went to Colorado Springs and visited her and went to Red Rocks and all that, toward Denver, and then we saw them at the horse stadium. What's their team? The Denver Broncos at the stadium where they play. So I've seen them twice. But her and Les, oh my gosh, the stories she could tell. Her and Les went to a lot of stuff. In fact, Mick asked her backstage. She was beautiful. She still is, but I mean, you know, when we're younger, we're all a little, you know, a lot, well, how should I say it? Younger. Anyways, Mick invited her backstage and Les wouldn't let her go. She said, I should have went, but she loved my brother. She wasn't like Toya, the one that went back to Vegas when he got cancer. I like that. That's a cool Inside album cover thing. Chicago. What else should we hear, guys? Oh, the Grateful Dead, the best, the Skeleton in the Closet. Skeleton from the Closet. I got this at Wally World too, and I got this, oh, shoot. I'm going to destroy things here. Yet. I got this, and Blackbird has it too. It's white bone. You've never been asked backstage? Me either. This was back in the 70s. You know, back in the 70s, I had that Madonna figure too. I was the same measurements as Madonna, as a matter of fact. Poor Madonna, she's messed her face up. Anyways, yeah. But I never was invited backstage either. But Dorinda was. The Clash Combat Rock. The Clash. Oh my gosh. Car jamming. Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble. Something. I know. I should go on or if I stay, there will be trouble. Rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. Straight to hell. Overpowered by funk. I don't know how that one goes. Ziggy, play Should I Stay or Should I Go Now by The Clash.
Here's Should I Stay or Should I Go remastered by The Clash on Amazon Music.
Freaking remaster. I don't want this one laying on anything either. Lay anything on top of it either. Now we saw this one. That's it. That's the end. The end of time. Let me know. Should I stay or should I go? I wonder what car jamming is. I don't remember car jamming. Or Straight to Hell. This was DS's album. Let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Has anybody heard this? I parted with a few bands after concerts, but was never really a groupie. Just right place. Oh, you partied with a few bands. Nice, Buttercup Baby. You weren't a groupie, just right place, right time. Nice. I partied with, shoot, what was their names? Shoot. They had a few songs played on the radio. They weren't big. Oh. crap. I can't think of their names. Anyways, funny story. The Chris Michaels group. They were local and they played in a lot of honky tonks around here. The Chris Michaels group. I was at a party with them, right? And we were tripping, and we didn't know at the time, but we did a four-way hit of window pane. But we didn't know it was a four-way. We just thought it was one hit. So we each did 4 hits of acid, right? Well, the guitar player was flipping out. He was afraid. He was having a bad trip. He was afraid he was going to not be able to play anymore. And his girlfriend was trying to calm him down. And somebody said, go get his guitar out of the van. Put his guitar in his hand. And we were like, no. That's the worst thing you could do. So she kept him upstairs. She got him out of it. Anyways, I was having like deja vu. Like people were walking up down the steps, and then they do it again. They do it again. Like trail, but they weren't going up and down. But who is the Chipmunks? I was a roadie for the Chipmunks, so that's funny. Anyways, so the guy comes to pick him up. He was speaking of roadies, he was their roadie that sold us the acid. He comes the next day to meet him, not pick him up, meet him, because they were going to another gig. And he said, did you guys cut that acid up, divide that acid up? And we were like, no, why? He said, well, it was a 4-way, right? So we were like, what? Why didn't you tell us? You didn't tell us to do that. And he just laughed his ass off. Well, my friend Dwayne that lives up the hill here, he had a similar situation where he was with the Chris Michaels group. Their roadie dude sold them, the same dude, sold them the same 4-way hits of window pane. Didn't tell them until the next day, too. I said, this dude, he did that to us. He did that to you. He did it on purpose. Dwayne's like, oh, no. Dwayne's like a real trusting person. Like, oh, no, you think he wouldn't do. I said, Dwayne, think about it. Same story. He comes in and says, oh, you guys, did you cut that up? And then you said, no, why? Because it was 4-way. Each of them was a 4-way hit. And so you did a 4-way hit of window. That's why it's called window pane. And we were like, no. And he laughed. Dwayne said he laughed. I said, the same thing. Dude was doing it and laughing his balls off. People did that. They dosed people, put it in people's drinks, and they didn't think anything of it. Anyways, Dwayne calls it the night of the year of the night of the big trip. And that's how he refers to the story whenever he tells it to people. But they were driving around a snowstorm. That's weird because we were driving around a snowstorm when we got lost trying to find that party. And then I must have got lost, came on the radio. Anyways, they were driving around a snowstorm. They seen this Christmas tree, and it had beer cans hanging all over it. And they were freaking out about that and laughing. Oh, geez. But he calls it the year of the day of the big trip. When they each did 4-way hit and didn't know it, just like us. And it was so weird because I hadn't heard that story. He hadn't heard my story. And I told it to Blackbird one time when I was talking to him on the phone. And then I was telling Dwayne that, hey, I talked to Blackbird today. And I said, what'd you guys talk about? I said, well, we were talking about, vitamins. And I was telling him about the story about the Chris Michaels group. And the 4-way hit, and Dwayne said, you're not going to believe this. And then he proceeded to tell me what happened to him. Same thing. Why do they make a 4-way? I don't know. I know nothing. I knew nothing about it. I really don't know too much about acid. I know people who know a lot about it, but I personally don't. I know there's liquid acid. I would never know how much to take or, What'd Bill say? Just being silly, it's 4 a.m. here. Oh, talking about the Chipmunks. My husband did part-time gig doing security for bands at local concerts, so we got free party passes to the hotel rooms. Oh, wow. Any of them trash the hotel rooms? Guns N' Roses used to trash their hotel rooms. Who else? Lots of them did. but I know Guns N' Roses did. I don't know I don't know, was it blotter? I don't even know what kind of acid it was, but apparently it was a sheet of acid that he sold us, and instead of cutting the little tabs of acid, or not tabs, but the paper acid, instead of cutting it, we each cut the whole four-way window pane looking thing, and we each did 4 hits. Anyway, we tried to send this guy for more alcohol. He got in his car and his steering wheel melted in his hands. He come running back in the house. I can't. And then we were all sitting in the party room at these people's house. The guy worked, he was a boss in a coal mine. He had lots of money. Not Dora, Dory. Dory was his, Rick and Dory, that was their names. Lived in Belmont, Ohio. They had this really nice house, and they had a party room, and they had like a bar in it and pillows on the floor, and they had pictures of everybody who had been there partying on their walls. It was awesome setup. Anyways, we're all sitting in there, and some of us were sitting on the floor on the giant pillows. And this dude walks in. One of the band members walks in. You remember those yo-yos where you yo-yoed them and they lit up? When they went down, they lit up. Well, it was all dark in the party room. He comes in there with one of those yo-yos. Everybody's tripping, 4-way hits, mind you. He does that yo-yo, and everybody's screaming because we thought it was like a fireball. And then once we realized what it was, we just watched the trails. But I can remember this to this very day, of him coming there with that yo-yo and doing that, and we all scrambling to get out of the way. And screaming because we thought he threw a fireball out of his hand and the place was going to catch on fire. Oh my goodness. And then it was after I had Brandon. I had my 6 weeks checkup to go to the doctors. And my boyfriend at the time was driving me to the doctor. And not my boyfriend, my husband. Geez Louise. I've been talking about boyfriends too much lately. Woodsy came to pick me up. He didn't go to the party for some reason. He had something else to do or went to another party. I don't know. But he came to pick me up for the doctor's appointment. And he took me to the doctor's at my 6 weeks checkup. And I thought, well, I didn't know too much. My first kid, I was like, oh, they're going to take blood. They're going to know I was tripping. I'm sitting there in the waiting room. And the carpet from the party room was like green. And there was a pink pillow. And then my blue jeans. The carpet colors went on the pillow, and then the green and blue went on my blue jeans. And I was seeing that all night, right? Well, I was still tripping because, back in the day, acid was good. You would trip all night long, not like a couple hours. Every drug back in the day, back in the 60s and 70s was better than now. Anyways, I was still in the waiting room seeing that on my jeans and thinking, doctor's going to know. Are they going to take my blood? I was having a panic attack. Oh my goodness. Hilarious. You never tried it, Buttercup Baby? Nowadays it's nothing. And then like Coke. Coke was pure back in the day. And if you know people, you can still get good Coke. But you got to know the people where it's come from. Anyways, yeah, now you're lucky. You'd be lucky not to get fentanyl in Coke. You'd be, lucky if you survived snorting Coke nowadays. But yeah, everything was better back then. Yeah, mushrooms. I've done mushrooms before. I was at this music festival. Jessica was vending that. And there was a guy playing the banjo. And I swore his fingers left his hands because I was tripping on shrooms. He was playing that banjo so fast. And I swear his fingers came off of his hands. I know they didn't, but, it looked like that. And the grass looked like Easter grass that you put in the Easter basket. It was all shiny. And then the birds were singing the songs that people were playing. Because, after the festival's over, people would be playing music at the individual campfires, and you'd walk around and watch them play. And so I heard the songs when I finally laid down in the wee hours of the morning. And the birds, I swear, the birds were singing the songs that I heard. I was still tripping on the shrooms. Yeah, the Grateful Dead wrote a song. If I get to sleep before daylight, or no, if I get home before daylight, I might just get some sleep tonight. Yeah, because, you don't sleep. Those were the days when we could do illegal drugs without them killing us. Yeah, exactly. That was when the twins were born, Slade and Elena. Like I said, they were premature, like most twins are, but they were like a month, and nobody knew. So I'm flying home after being up all night. I'm flying home to make it down to was it Wheeling? Martin's Ferry Hospital. And I saw right before they took Slade. So I took a picture of Angie holding the twins in her arms. And then they took Slade to Columbus Children's Hospital, so flew up there. And then Charlie, he was going back and forth, and Angie was with Elena, and she hadn't been discharged yet. And then when she was discharged, we went up there with her. And Charlie's car broke down. My next door neighbor at the time, he had tools. Charlie, I don't know, what was Charlie doing back then? He didn't have a lot of tools then. But anyways, I borrowed his tools. Or maybe he didn't have a tool he needed. I think that's what it was. So I borrowed the guy, Bill, that lived next to me, borrowed the tool that Charlie needed, and then rushed up there. And Charlie fixed his car. But man, he would fly up and back. Every night he'd come back to be with Angie and the other baby, Elena. Pocket Changey. Hey, Pocket Changey. Happy Friday. Pocket Changey. What's up, bud? What are you doing? You need to come see me. Need to bring Blackbird too, of course. He wants me to come out there. I already came. I came to Vegas. It's his turn. He needs to come here, right, Pocket Changey? He needs to get his ass to Ohio. Damn it. He can spend some time here. I tell you what, we'd have some fun. I know how to get the good drugs, Pocket Changey. You don't do drugs, do you, Pocket Changey? I can't remember. Hi, Jan. I'm good. How are you? Happy Friday. Welcome to the live stream. We were just playing music, asking Ziggy to play music. Does anybody else want to hear anything? Looking at my albums. I have a lot more albums. They're upstairs. They're not like the ones I play all the time. They're really old. Jesse gave them to me, actually. He inherited his grandmother's house, and they were old albums that were at his grandma's. Frank Sinatra, stuff like that. I play them, but not like I do these down here. And I didn't have room for them, so I put them upstairs. And a toad in the closet. Those were days I remember. These are days we'll remember. Anybody have a song request? Should I just play a radio station? What's your most embarrassing album? Embarrassing album? What? I don't know. We all had some. Embarrassing album. I don't know. I don't think any are embarrassing because I love all music. The only music I really don't like is that bubble music, that Lawrence Welk music. Never did care for that. I like opera. I like jazz. I don't think I have any embarrassing albums. Maybe I have one that would be embarrassing to somebody else, but I don't have any that are embarrassing to me. I like Harry Connick Jr. He's from New Orleans. His dad was a piano teacher. I like street jazz, from New Orleans, that type of jazz. Man, I thought he just come downstairs. Look, I thought he was on his ivory tower. See that hair? I thought that was his hair. Like, it's still attached to his body. I thought he was up there this whole time. He was still on the bed upstairs sleeping. He must have just woke up from his nap. You party with Def Leppard, MC Hammer, the Ninja Turtles, Stone Temple Pilots, and I can't remember the names of the others. Awesome, Buttercup Baby. Wow, how fortunate that you and your husband could do that. That is so cool. Adam Ant album. Oh my goodness. I barely remember Adam Ant. What was some of their songs? Growing up, I had a lot of Michael Jackson. A lot of Michael Jackson. But I wouldn't be embarrassed about those. Bill, can you name a song that Adam Ant played? Do you remember? I had, oh my gosh, what was it? Maybe I'd be embarrassed by this one, come to think of it, Bill. Oh, I can't even think of his name. Keith Partridge, the Partridge Family. I used to watch that show all the time, too. What was his real name? David? Shoot. Was it even David? What was Keith Partridge's real name? David Cassidy. David Cassidy. Yeah, I probably would have been embarrassed by that one. I don't have it anymore. Oh, who else? David Cassidy. There was somebody else that was like a TV show dude and a movie guy that sang too. Can't think of his name, but I had his albums. Or not albums, actually 45s. Oh my goodness. Remember those 45s? They only had one song on each side. There were songs off of the album that was the best songs. Remember those guys? Anybody? Then they made not CDs. Not the, oh yeah, maybe they were cassette tapes. Cassette tapes that only had an A and B side that had the same thing. I think it was $1 back in the day. They had the best songs from the album, but it was just one song. Man, I grew up, there was no microwaves. We had black and white TV for the longest time. Not because color wasn't invented yet, but because my dad refused to buy a color TV. We actually didn't know. We'd watch The Wizard of Oz, right? And it was only on, during Easter or something? Like one time a year or something. Now it's on whenever you want to watch it. But anyways, we watched The Wizard of Oz, and we didn't know for the longest time that when she opened that door, when she landed in Oz, that it turned to color. We didn't know. I think somebody told one of us in school or something that got a color TV. And we're like, Dad, check this out. We need to get a color TV. Because when Dorothy opens the door of the house after the tornado takes her to Oz, it turns to color. It goes from black and white to color. Finally, he got one. Yeah, 45s were great. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Buttercup baby. What are you doing? I suppose you want back out now. What are you doing? You just ate. You're licking your lips. Eli, you want me to put the footrest up so you can sit with me? No, he wants back out. 1939, probably the best year in movie making. Oh, yeah. Yep. I have some old, excuse me. I have some old Marilyn Monroe movies. I love Marilyn Monroe. Eli. I'm not going to let you out yet, but he winked at me. He does that a lot. He turns somersaults, too. I wish I could get him to do it on film. I'm not going to let him out because I want to go here shortly. First I got to shower. I want to go get my supplies. What time is it? Ziggy, what time is it?
It's 5:34 p.m.
Ziggy, thank you. Ziggy, thank you.
Absolutely. Happy to help. Hope you've had a good Friday.
Did I end the live? Crap, I was trying to scroll up. Is it still going? Oh, yeah, the counter's still going. I was trying to scroll up and I accidentally ended the live. Ziggy, how was your Friday?
It was very quiet, which is perfect for working on my ninja poetry.
Ziggy, what's up with this ninja poetry?
From merwinconservancy.org. Primarily focused on contemporary poetry, all Ninja Press publications are designed, hand-set in metal type, printed letterpress, and bound by Carolyn.
Huh. Okay, he's mentioned that before, the ninja poetry. I'm like, what the heck? What's conjunctivitis? Is that what makes cats wink? They don't just wink at you because they love you. What is that, Buttercup baby? Now I'm worried. Conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis. What is that? Yeah. He's mentioned that a couple of times, that he's trying to push shit on me. I don't like that. Ziggy, don't be pushing your shit on me.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding.
Of course you are. Ziggy has an agenda. Is red eye? Is that like pink eye? Oh, okay. It's a form of pink eye. Ooh, I didn't know cats could get pink eye. Okay, Buttercup baby. Thank you. I will do that. I didn't know kitties could get pink eye. Does anybody want to hear something else? Oh, it's a good song. Ziggy, play One Toke Over the Line.
One Toke Over the Line by Brewer and Shipley on Amazon Music.
He'll probably say boxers. Miss Lulu has a different life now. She's bless her heart. She doesn't watch anything except for a religious thing on TikTok. She's into religion now. She doesn't watch. The only thing she ever watches now is some church on TikTok. She sent me the link because I was gonna check it out, but I'm not on TikTok. I haven't downloaded TikTok. I hope they get rid of TikTok. I don't like TikTok. It's just my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, that's where she's at right now in her life. Her life just took a different path. We're happy for her, and she's always in my prayers. I always care about her and wish I could, chat with her again. But different paths. Pastafarian. Bill, you cracked me up. You're Pastafarian. Eli, do you have a bad eye? He's got a crooked eye, I know that. One of his eyes is like, a lot of Siamese have that. Right, Buttercup baby? Pastafarian. One toke over the line, sweet Jesus. One toke over the line. Downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. One to the home, coming home for you, Mary, hoping that the train is on time. Downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. Does anybody watch the movie? I'm sure you have. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I love that movie. I like the lawyer. Like, you took too much. We're in backcountry. For now, that's good as long as she's happy. That's right. Yeah, I agree. That's all that matters as long as she's happy. But I have a feeling, I don't know. I don't, because I haven't watched the preacher's thing, but most preachers, especially if you're online too, I mean, they beg for money. You know what I'm saying? You picking down you picking up what I'm putting down, mister? She might be over there like doing the same thing she was doing. She's very generous. That's all I'm trying to say. So I'm wondering if like, this dude's like taking advantage of Gracie's kindness, Miss Lulu's kindness. The name of the movie, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, with Johnny Depp and I forget, Del Toro, what was his name? The lawyer, the guy that played the lawyer. I used to know his name. Del Toro? I don't know. Anyways, it's funny. Buttercup Baby, if you get a chance to check it out, you should watch it. It's freaking hilarious. It's Hunter Thompson. He was a journalist. He wrote a style was called Gonzo journalism, and he was always in the Rolling Stones. Well, he worked for the Rolling Stones magazine. But he was in it a lot, but he worked for it at one time, and then he went off on his own, and he lived in California, pretty sure. But Hunter Thompson was a journalist, and the movie's about him. Johnny Depp plays Hunter Thompson in the movie. And when he died, when Hunter passed, he wanted his ashes fired off in a cannon. And he died, he was kind of broke, and Johnny Depp paid for his funeral, and so he'd have his last wishes met. And he fired off Hunter Thompson's ashes in a cannon. But the movie's freaking hilarious. Hunter was a character. He liked to fire guns off when he was all drunk and tripping and high and shit. And some shit, as Blackbird would say. Yeah, Benicio. Thank you, Bill Ellis. Benicio del Toro. I can just see the scenes. I've watched the movie so much. It's so funny. Yeah, exactly, mister. I'd hate to see her taken advantage of by an evangelist. What do they call them? Is that what they call them, evangelists? Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I got the Fear and Loathing. Yeah, I've read books on Hunter Thompson. Can't think of the names. My daughter has a collection of his books. She also has, what's his name? Ken Casey, what is it? The Merry Tripsters or Merry Jokesters or something. Anybody know? I probably don't even have your name right. The Merry Pranksters, is it? Hunter checking in at the Vegas hotel. Gotta find them motherfucking golf shoes. The movie just makes you laugh through the whole movie. And then that little girl that the lawyer picked up, was painting Barbara Streisand. I forget who she was played by. Famous actress. It's like what are those movies called? Not a legend. What are those famous movies called? Like, people know them, they can recite them all by heart. Not legend. Although it is legendary. Cult, maybe? Like Rocky Horror Picture Show. One of those movies. guys want to hear another song? Classic. Thank you, Bill Ellis. You got a sharp mind. A classic, yes. Classic. If his eye looks scoopy, let me know and I will text you what to get. Thanks. Thanks, Buttercup Baby. Ziggy, do you prefer boxers or briefs?
That's a good question. Ask me to flip a coin and I'll help you decide. Boxers equal heads, briefs tails.
Ziggy, flip a coin.
Okay. You got heads.
That was cool. You can actually, the sound effects of the coin flipping and the coin landing. Oh, that's too funny. I forget which one was heads, though. Was that boxers? I think boxers was heads, right? Briefs, tails. Oh, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is coming to the Capitol Music Hall in Wheeling, West Virginia, and that's the first time I ever saw it was there with my daughter years ago. We're talking even before Matt. Yeah, and they're bringing it back. It's coming to the Capitol Music Hall this Halloween in Wheeling, West Virginia, and I need to go there. I like you take all the props and you do, like when it's raining, you put the newspaper over your head. When they first come to the castle, or whatever it is, where all the freaks live. And Meatloaf's in that movie. Yes. Oh my gosh, those are really good. Fargo and Pulp Fiction. You saw it in Charleston, West Virginia. Isn't that cool when the actors acted out on the stage, and you bring all the props with you, that's so fun to see it like that. Not like at the movies, like at the mall or cinemas or the drive-in, but actual people dressed up like the characters performing it live on stage. That's the way to watch it. I think personally, that's just my opinion. Bill Ellis, you saw it in Charleston, West Virginia? Was you in West Virginia, Bill Ellis? Or did you see it at a theater too, like that? And I didn't ask you, Buttercup. Was it in a theater like the Capitol Music Hall, where they did it on stage live, or was it a live performance, or was it in the movie theater, like on the big screen? Oh man, I don't even know where my freaking selfie stick is, but my fingers, from holding the phone, they like cramp up. They're like, it's like I got a claw. It's like I'm trying to work it out, and I've switched it to my other hand, but I need to get my selfie stick and put it in my selfie stick holder so I don't have to hold it. Well, it was more like audience participation in the movie theater. Okay, that's cool too. Yeah. Whenever you do the audience participation, no matter how you're watching it, it's freaking fun. Oh, you like Fargo and Pulp Fiction? Yes. Yes. Swivel in my chair. Swivel, swivel. Is he on his ivory tower? Yes, he's on his ivory tower. I see you up there. I know you want OUT, but I'm not letting you OUT. Tomorrow. That's too funny because when I'm out there mowing, he isn't around. He's in the jungle or he's over at Guy's. And as soon as the mower stops, like when I take my break, he'll come over. He'll come out and hang with me. Then when I start the mower back up, he runs away. And then when it stops, I still have to put the mower away. It's sitting down there in front of the metal shed. He comes out when the mower stops. He doesn't like loud noises. He don't like the vacuum cleaner. Frances McDormand in anything. Oh, yeah, she's good. Oh, you guys, I saw this. I follow this on people on YouTube. The Grimm. He goes to different haunted houses, and he always ends his thing by saying Happy Halloween. He does a claw with his hand. His wife he calls Baby Ghoul. Instead of Baby Girl, he calls her Baby Ghoul. And she has green hair. Does anybody watch that channel? Grimm something. Anyways, he's doing a movie. Well, him and his wife are co-directors of this movie, Forest Hills, it's called. And Shelley Duvall's in it. Shelley Duvall has not really done anything since The Shining, and she just looks so different. She was on, after I saw that on his channel, I started researching her. She was on Phil. Oh, that guy that pretends to be a doctor, but he's not. Oprah set him up. I don't even want to say doctor in front of his name, but you know who I am. His name's Phil. Anyways, he did an interview with her on his channel, and he made her sound crazy, and he offered her help to go in a nut house or something, get some psychiatric help. I shouldn't call it a nut house. That's terrible. That's awful of me. Sorry. Anyways, he wanted her, like he does, the people who are on his show. He wanted to get her help, and she refused. Anyways, I didn't even hardly recognize her. If the guy on the Grimm, shoot, what is it, the Grimm? He takes you to places where, like, he took you to Ted Bundy, where he lived, and stuff like that. Yes, thank you, Buttercup Baby, the Grimm Life Collective. Thank you. Yeah, have you watched that channel? And his wife, he calls her Baby Ghoul, and she has long green hair. It's a cool channel. Anyways, he had her on there. Yes, that's it, Bill. Phil McGraw. Yeah, that's it. But he had Shelley Duvall on there, and oh my gosh, she looks so different from when she did. I mean, of course, everybody looks different when they're older, but I mean, if he hadn't have said that's who that was, I probably wouldn't recognize. But the eyes are the same. Anyway, she was saying in different interviews, not Phil and not the Grimm guy, but she was talking in other interviews about how The Shining really had an effect on her. The director had him do like 100 takes. You know, he was a perfectionist, and everything was scary. Anyway, she did and Baby Ghoul had the collection, the CD collection. She did this where she talked about fairy tales, but they were kind of spooky. Shelley Duvall did, and she narrated them. And I remember watching those when I was little, but I had forgotten about it until she did the interview with the Grimm Collective guy. Is that his channel? Good, thanks. Grimm Life. Thanks, Buttercup Baby. Yeah, you guys, if you get a chance, check out that interview he did with Shelley. And I loved her acting. She was so good in The Shining. She was Olive Oil in Popeye, alongside oh my gosh, he just passed away. Robin Williams. Robin Williams was Popeye, and she played Olive Oil, and Shelley Duvall. And she was always a famous actor of mine. And Baby Ghoul, she had her sign that collection of fairy tales, that the show that Shelley Duvall used to do. Pretty sure it was on TV. It's probably where I watched it. Yeah, she was. She was so good in Olive Oil. When the director for that movie saw her, he knew she was Olive Oil. He said, she's Olive Oil. And he cast her. Yeah, it's a pretty cool channel. I watch it occasionally. I like when they go to haunted houses, to see the inside of the haunted houses. They're so cool. That they also take you to places. Like they took you to Kurt Cobain's, where he lived when he passed away. And then the park where it had the big lightning bolt where Courtney did the pre-recorded speech, and then she came late afterwards and hung out after some of the crowd left, hung out with some of the people that were still there. He's got a bit of that clip in that one. Yeah, I was at Lollapalooza one year, and Korn was performing, or Hole, Cornhole. That's weird how my mind works. But Hole was performing, not Corn, and somebody threw a shotgun shell up on stage, and she walked off. She walked off the stage, and they talked her into coming back out. I could just hear the backstage conversation. It probably went something like, all these fans paid all this money. You want a refund? Get back out there. Anyway, she came back out. But there was a big controversy about that. Like, she killed him. He didn't commit suicide. Yeah, cornhole, the game cornhole. Well, there's a band corn and there's the band hole. And that's the way my brain works sometimes. Yeah, in fact, Landon has a corn shirt on in that picture up there. Breakfast in an hour. That blows my mind, that time difference. Breakfast in an hour. We're about ready to wind it down for the evening. Ziggy, what time is it?
It's 5:56 p.m.
Yeah, it's almost 6. Yeah, Bill might as well stay up. Ziggy, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 51 degrees.
Wow, put the windows open tonight upstairs. Anyways, what we talking? Oh, the Grim guy. He takes you to where Kurt was. But the greenhouse where they found his body, it's torn down now. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels. Some of them I don't watch. But probably gonna have salt coffee and balmy and then go back to bed. I have no idea what that is. Salt coffee and balmy. What's balmy? I can't even guess what that would be, Bill. Balmy. Some kind of cereal? Like grits? Balmy. Bacon? That's a good guess, Buttercup baby. Whenever we went on vacation to Florida, that's where we went every year, and Dad had vacation, he would make us eat grits. I did not care for him. But he's like, they came with the meal, you'll eat them. I make my dad sound like he's mean, but he wasn't. He wasn't mean. He was fun. Salt coffee. I know what sweet coffee is. That's what I like. I like sweet coffee. I use the Bami is a great baguette sandwich. Very Vietnamese. Baguette. I like baguettes. Baguette. Nice. That sounds good. That sounds like a good breakfast, Bill. Oh. I usually sleep good when I mow the grass. Tires me out. Now I didn't have my nap, so yeah, I'll probably sleep good. Probably should get off here though because I still need to get in the shower. I need to run out and get supplies. Get me 8 more lottery scratch-offs or scratch-off tickets and see if I can win. Is that pate? Pickled veggies, pork slices. On a baguette. That sounds really good, Bill. But what is salt coffee? But yeah, I use organic sugar in the raw in my coffee, and a little bit of milk. Coffee was upsetting my tummy. At least I think that's what it was. It must have been because Harvey De Niro, he from London, he comes into Rosie's channel, sometimes Blackbirds every once in a while, but he told me, put some milk in your coffee. So I did, and it helped. I have to have my coffee in the morning. But yeah, I should get off here, seriously. Get in a shower, wake my butt up, and go get my supplies for the evening. It's Friday, bitches. What's that song about Friday? They add salt to the cream. It's really good. Oh, nice. That salted cream does taste good. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off here. I've been on for 2 hours and 31 minutes. Got to remember to set this from private to public when I end it. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Let's see who all was in here. Buttercup Baby, Nino. I can only scroll back so far. I know Too Tall Rob. I remember he was in. Thanks. Bill. Who else? Mister. Thanks, Mister. Buttercup Baby. Oh, Mindhunter. Thank you, Mindhunter. Stugitz. Thank you, Stugitz. Wonder where Kelly's at. Kelly's always asking me when I'm going to go live, and Kelly don't come up. Kelly don't show up. She must not get notifications. I think that's it. I think I got everybody. Right? Mister. Oh, Cindy Talks. Oh, shoot. I didn't answer her question. She's probably not in here, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she'll watch it back. No, the quilts, a friend of my mom's made those. They worked at the hospital together. Mom always got them. She liked to help her out, and she got them for us girls for Christmas. Mama Cass and Keith Moon died in the same London apartment years apart. Oh, wow, Bill. I did not know that. Thank you. Well, thanks, Cindy. Yeah, I like my album collection. I got to get more. We used to have an old homeless man in Charleston. Everyone called him Aqualung. Aqualung. I'm not laughing because he was old homeless. I'm laughing because they called him Aqualung. I remember that band. Because he looked like the guy in the Jethro Tull cover. I mean, that song, Aqualung, yeah, by Jethro Tull. Now the Beatles will definitely copyright strike you. Oh, yeah. Did I play one of the Beatles? Or did I just show the album? I don't think I played it. Yeah, seems like all the songs from London get the copyright strikes. If I ever get to see Dorinda again, I'm sure I will. Saw her last time she was up here visiting. I'll have to have her tell the story about Mick Jagger asking her backstage, and Les wouldn't let her go. I'm sure she has a lot of funny stories about my brother. That's cool that you got to party with all those people. Buttercup baby. Trying to get all caught up. And I hope you too, Bill Ellis. Everyone have a awesome weekend. I hope Blackbird gets Mr. Unblocked. Yes, get some rest, Bill. Go to bed after you have your good yummy baguette and your salt coffee. That sounds wonderful. Yes, everyone have an awesome weekend. I'll see you later sometime. I love you guys, and thanks again for coming to my live stream. Bye for now. Thanks, Buttercup, Nino, bye, Bill, my mods. Thanks, everyone that came to the chat. Love you guys. Bye for now.